Oh no, this is the wrong one. Whoops. There we go. There we go. Hello, we're back. We are back. A little later than I would have liked, but we are here. We're here. Um, let me just make sure the audio isn't too loud. Uh, if something is too loud or if something is not loud enough, feel free to just tell me in the chat because I have realized that in some of my streams it's a bit quiet. So, yeah. KB the Red says, I'm back. You are too. Indeed I am. So, yeah, no, I got the game set up. Might as well just, jump right into it, really. Let me just make the game audio a little louder. It's like, I don't know what's... It's good, okay. Okay. I just want to make sure that it's not, like, too quiet, but, like, the audio of the game isn't too loud either, if that makes any sense. But, yeah. Anyway, yeah, no, we're just, jumping right back into it. So, we're going to... Where is it? Witness the infinite void for a second, pop this back up. Now, I wonder where exactly in the cutscene we're going to end up in. Because I stopped during a cutscene. A very long one. This is, oh no. Okay. Because I popped in here before, because I forgot that I was in the middle of a cutscene. I popped in here before, and it loaded fine. So hopefully it loads alright. Hopefully it's not a repeat of yesterday.
Hello,
Okay.
officer. How's the investigation going?
Alright. We're Lyney and Lynette's attorneys.
I see. You must be the traveler that Lady Farina mentioned. Listen, I'll be perfectly honest with you. I'd avoid getting mixed up in this whirlpool of a mess if I were you.
Dang.
Huh? What do you mean?
Come with me and you'll see. The deceased is one of Lyney's assistants, named Cal. Even though he hadn't joined the troop long, he was hardworking and everyone generally liked him.
Can I just say, like, I love the little police outfits that these people have. It's really cool seeing, like, actual policemen and not just, like, guards. I just think it's cool.
The assistants are usually in charge of setting up and inspecting the props, as well as assisting with the show and keeping the crowd engaged. As you probably saw when you were in the audience, the water tank suddenly fell and smashed the box with Cowl inside it.
But why was Cowl inside? Wasn't the girl supposed to be in there?
This is the real mystery. We've already searched the scene and were unable to find any traces of the girl. However, if you look carefully, the box was positioned directly under the water tank. The ropes holding the tank were then burned by the pyrotechnics on stage, causing them to snap. All these factors lining up so perfectly makes it hard to see this as a mere accident. If anything, the more logical explanation is that the whole incident was intentionally planned, and Lyney is the most likely person to have access to all these areas.
I bet just someone is trying to frame him.
But he doesn't have a motive.
Are you both good friends of his?
Well, you can't say we're good friends, but we've known each other for a little while.
Like a day? We've known each other for one day? Really, like a day and a half? But yeah, no, we're best friends. Best friends.
So in just a short time, he was not only able to win your trust, but even convince you to act as his attorneys.
Bro, he gave me front row tickets, man. Yes.
I know there's no such thing as magic. The real trick of a magician is holding the audience in the palm of their hand. I've seen a lot of cases, and I can tell you that people are the least reliable kind of evidence.
That is true, actually. Back then, during, in the court system, people relied a lot on, eyewitnesses, but, psychology shows that although eyewitness accounts are very helpful, they're not completely accurate because it's actually really easy to trick the eye and to trick the memory about what you're seeing. Especially if you are distracted. If you are distracted and you don't notice what's going on, your brain is either going to remove it or think it's something completely different. So, yeah, there is actually a lot of merit that eyewitness accounts, although they should be considered, they should not be the end-all be-all. But that's not always true. People can also be the most reliable evidence. Well, see, like, they are. Like, eyewitness accounts are I don't know if reliable. They should be considered. They should be in mind. But you shouldn't treat it as the end-all be-all. I'll put, that's not always true.
Sorry, I tend to be pretty straightforward. Just know that I'm warning you for your own good. Anyway, you may investigate the scene of the crime yourselves if you're curious. Who knows, maybe you'll be able to come up with some new evidence.
You can use the case records to confirm your current evidence and clue collection situation and sort case-related information. Perception skill, ooh. Ah, that's so cool! It's a whole little murder mystery that's going on. Oh, I'm playing as the Traveler, okay. It's so cool. It's like... It's a little murder mystery. That's really fun. This is kind of random, but I was gonna say, so I've mentioned this in, like, my past 2 streams, but I have been rewatching a lot of Bungo Stray Dogs, and I'm, like, currently caught up with the show, and I'm, like, catching up with... I'm watching, like, Season 5 that's airing right now, and I kid you not, like, the first 2 episodes of Season 4 was all about a murder mystery going on in a theater. And so this entire, like, part of the quest, I'm here, like, it's like Bungo! Even though it's not. It's just reminding me of it. This is where the magic box was struck. If Cowell wasn't inside the box at the moment, he might have dodged it, and he might have dodged the falling water tank.
So this is the rope that broke and caused the water tank to fall. The rope looks pretty durable. How can it be burned through so quickly by fireworks?
So either Lyney didn't realize this was a safety concern, or...
Why are you suddenly so serious, Traveler?
I'm just looking at where the rope snapped.
Whoa. Look! This bit is made from different material! Most of it was burned away, but there's still a little bit of it left.
Seems to be flammable, like a type of flash cotton.
Huh. So if a rope meant to hold something was made with that kind of material in it, then that means... Wait!
Whoops.
Why don't you write all this down? Let's take notes!
This was a setup. Someone is trying to frame my son. Hey, Esmond.
Go ahead, have a look around. In the end, we're both after the truth.
Magic box. The broken magic box was left in the scene after the guards completed their investigation. Looking at it now, the water tank must have struck it really hard. I mean, yeah, we saw the thing was, like, smashed. Maurice.
Hello there! What are you investigating?
Oh, this location has also been cordoned off because the Magic Troop members are currently considered prime suspects. The investigation team is still collecting evidence. The seats were all booked in advance, so we were able to deduce the missing woman's identity by checking the guest list.
Would you tell us who she is?
Sure, it's not like this is confidential information. We will publish it later anyway when we petition the public to help us find the missing person. Her name is Halsey. She's a painter from Fontaine who's made a bit of a name for herself.
From Fontaine. We're in Fontaine.
Apparently, she wasn't a regular at the Opera House, but she'd been feeling some pressure with her work lately, which made her decide to come see the magic show. The magic troupe members all claim not to know her. We have looked into her social connections. It seems that she has no personal grievances or conflicts of interest with the suspects. Simply put, she wasn't related to the magic troupe at all, which matches the features of the previous serial disappearances.
Plot twist, she is the suspect. Or, like, she's the murderer. She's the one who set this up. No, like, I said in my previous stream that she kind of looked like the thief, although it's probably just an NPC with the same hair. But I think it would be pretty funny if she turned out she was, like, so mad by, like, Lyney, like, pacing her down that she's like, you know what? I'm gonna frame him for murder. This is also totally not me just remembering that episode of Bungo Stray Dogs, where, the episode where they're solving that, like, murder mystery in the theater, it's revealed that, like, the person in the performance who got killed, quote unquote, was the killer himself. It was reminding me of this.
Were the victims of previous cases also chosen at random?
That's how it seems to us, in any case. Apart from the fact that they were all young women of around the same age range, there really weren't any other connections between them.
Okay then.
Thanks for letting us know all this.
No need to be so formal. If you do happen to see the missing girl, please be sure to contact us. It is of utmost importance that we get to the bottom of these disappearances.
Whoops. I was just oh wait, there were markers? Man, I was just walking around. And they're not. Whoops. Yeah, they're not gonna show where the markers are. Nerp, they're not. Guess I just go to the box there? It looks like an ordinary box, but Lyney somehow moved instantly from the stage to being inside of it. How did he do it?
Lyney's still talking to the guards. It seems he'll have a lot of explaining to do. I think someone will be assigned to monitor us later, but that's alright.
Lynette really just, like... She has such an attitude of, like, yeah, whatever. Objection, Your Honor, is the best name for the stream. Thank you. Nobody here. Where's the marker? I'm trying to... Oh, okay.
Hey, you! Yes, both of you! Over here!
Oh,
I've been
hello!
keeping an eye on you for a while now.
Huh? You mean us?
That's right.
This
If I'm not
music.
mistaken, you're also among those who wish to cut down the thorns and pursue the truth. No?
Oh?
And by the looks of it, you're not from Fontaine.
We are not indeed.
Well, you're right on the more about that one, but who are you?
Have you never heard of the Spina di Rosula?
Nope.
From mediating disputes and providing protection to solving conundrums, you name it, Spina di Rosula does it.
She has two little... I was gonna say, like, mobsters. I'm gonna call them mobsters. I don't think they are, but I'm gonna call them that.
And I, Navia, have the honor of being its renowned president.
Ah, she's pretty. She's super pretty.
Though those who play by our rules call me boss.
She's so pretty. Oh my
I'm
goodness.
Silver, her attendant. Pleased to meet you.
Stop.
And I'm Melus. Demoiselle's various daily needs and affairs are under my purview.
Huh? Boss? Demoiselle? What gives with the names?
She's their boss.
Well, I am the the second-generation president. Malus and the others are still used to my previous title.
My apologies, demoiselle. Should you prefer, boss, I will endeavor to use that instead.
No, no need. You don't have to call me boss. Just Navia is fine.
Okay, if you say so. Not that we're members of Spina di Rasula anyway.
All merely trifling details. Never mind. Now, back to the situation at hand.
So you want to investigate as well?
That's right. I've always kept an eye on the serial disappearance cases. My interest stems from a matter back from my father's time. Judging from the look of things, I find Lyney an unlikely mastermind.
Really? We think so too! That's why we're looking for clues now! But how did you come to that conclusion?
Intuition, naturally. My unparalleled intuition.
Okay. She just knows, you know?
Farina sure was quick to point the finger at Lyney without any decisive evidence whatsoever, wasn't she?
Quick to point the finger. Yeah, she was. No, see, that's why I think that, like, Farina actually doesn't really know what she's doing half the time. That's like my headcanon. She doesn't really know what she's doing half the time. She's just kind of going along with what she thinks the audience wants. Rothby says, yo! Hello, welcome to my stream.
But that's not uncommon for her. If you remember, the Justice had to interrupt her and ask if she was pressing charges just to keep her from getting carried away. Anyway, a trial begins the moment someone levels charges. And, of course, there was no way Farina was going to back down in that situation.
Sounds more like you just don't trust the Hydro Archon.
I mean...
Well, what's your opinion? I must admit that she can be interesting at times, but liking her doesn't mean that I'll blindly agree with her.
Well, when you put it like that...
All right, I've answered your question. Now, it's time you answer mine.
Wait a minute, did that answer count?
Sure.
Well, I say it does. But don't worry, you won't hear any pointless questions from me. In your opinion, do you think it's right to treat a trial like it's an opera?
I think the obvious answer is no, because you're taking away from the gravity of the situation. I mean, that's, of course, the obvious answer.
Well?
Not always. Like, I think some cases are, like, interesting enough for an audience to follow. But there are some others that's like, it should be a little bit more respected.
And why would that be?
Doing so makes it easy for truth to fall by the wayside. Something serious like a trial shouldn't be treated like entertainment.
See, Silver and Malus? I told you they'd be different.
So... yeah, I mean, obviously, the entirety of Fontaine is completely cool with that idea.
Most astute of you, demoiselle. I, too, think that the Traveler's response was most excellent. No matter how wonderful the script or how fervent the audience's expectations may be, the trials that go on stage here must be based in fact. And if that can be done, boss, then...
All right, that's quite enough, Malus. Anyway, I like your answer. You passed with flying colors. Now, I need to make some preparations, following which our joint investigation shall commence. You two shall be my assistants.
Wait! Since when did we become assistants?
We just do, I mean... I love that, we just meet this random girl, like, we just meet her. We barely even know who she is. And she's just like, hey, you work for me now. It's like, okay. Actually, no, that's like the entirety of the Fontaine quest so far. We just meet a random person and they're like, you, come with us. And we just kind of go along with it.
Oh, well, I can be the assistant. Sure. Or your companion, if you like. I'm really not that fussy.
Alright.
That's more like it.
I think you're missing the point, Paimon.
Far be it from me to brag, but I believe that Demoiselle's intuition will be instrumental in uncovering the truth.
Oh my god, is she like Ronpo? Is she like Ronpo from Bungo Stray Dogs, where she's just like so stupidly smart that she's able to like pick out cases with like an insane accuracy?
You wish to save a friend from false accusations, and we wish to unravel the disappearances. In this sense, our goals are aligned.
Yeah.
You have a point. Huh. You're quite the talker, aren't you, mister? And what about you over there? What do you think? You seem like you've got something on your mind.
You look so dumb.
I have nothing to add.
Alright,
Oh, alrighty then.
fair enough.
We'll be making some preparations first. Just be sure to let us know if they start revealing Lyney's tricks. Thanks!
Dang. Alright. Let's see, we still haven't gotten to that first little... I thought... Oh, where is it then?
Whoever the murderer was, they must have made preparations well beforehand. This... Why would it be him? How strange. Gosh, no wonder the serial disappearances never got solved.
Part here doesn't help. Okay, fine, I'll go back into the theater. I was looking for... Yeah, there's like one other marker over there that I was trying to find. I also love, I also love the, that this game was like, you know what we need? Murder mystery. A whole little, like, murder mystery, I don't know if minigame is the right word, but something like that. Move. Yeah, I already looked in here. Yeah, it's the rope. There's, nothing over there. What if I go in there? I'm, like, trying to figure out what I'm supposed to do. There's nothing in here. Yeah, it's telling me to go here. Huh, okay. Is there something up here? There's nothing here. Or do I talk to you?
I see that you're investigating the area. Well, it just so happens that I'm interested too. If you find any new and interesting leads, be sure to share them with me, alright?
We don't have too many thoughts yet.
Then why don't I tell you my hypothesis first? The way I see it. It all started with that loud thud.
You mean when the thing fell? Oh, okay.
The thud? Oh, you mean the sound that happened during the countdown?
Yes, exactly. It wasn't terribly loud, but I suspect that most people heard it. It's just that everyone was awaiting the results of Lyney's trick with bated breath, so no one paid it much mind. But now that the incident has happened, the thud has become an important clue.
That makes sense. So, what do you make of it?
I'm of the opinion that it may have been the sound of Lyney's accomplice. Lynette, perhaps. Jumping atop the water tank, or something like that. And when the pyrotechnics went off, she cut the rope, sending the water tank crashing down.
Oh, are we framing Lynette now?
Wait, wasn't the noise we heard too loud for that?
Perhaps the balance wasn't right, leading to a particularly rough landing.
Then wouldn't the water tank have started to swing a bit in that case?
Oh, that's true. I suppose I must reconsider.
Probably.
That does remind Paimon, though. What was with that sound?
Okay, I got 1 out of 3. Yeah, it says it's over there, but I already talked with the guy. Unless I talked to him again. Oops. Ah, no. Let me go. Let me through.
Go ahead, have a look around.
No. Do I talk to this guy? Can't talk to him. These people?
The investigation team has some new findings. Turns out there's an issue with the random number selector after all.
See, I told you. What if the machine picked some big guy's seat? You think the murderer would have still made his move then?
Sorry to interrupt, but we're helping Lyney and Lynette with their side of the investigation. What were you saying about the number selector? There's something wrong with it?
You're trying to help them? That'll be a tall order.
Dude, he's nice. He's a nice guy. He's kind of my friend. You know? Everybody was a bit shocked at the thought that he could be the killer. Cut him some slack.
Lyney used the machine to pick a random member of the audience during his performance, right? The lucky girl that later disappeared. Well, we thought there might be a serious problem with the machine, so we had it taken away for further inspection.
It turns out that the seat number it picked wasn't random at all. The machine picks that same number every time.
Of course it does.
I'm sure you already know that you have to make a reservation in advance to get a seat, regardless of whether it's a trial or some performance. In other words, Lyney knew who would be sitting where from the very beginning.
That much checks out. Lyney reserved our seats for us too.
Bet you see why I was saying it'd be tough to make a case for Lyney.
Thanks, sorry to bother you.
Even though it's bad for Lyney's case, Paimon had better write it down.
Huh, okay. Although I'd argue that it doesn't necessarily... Because I do think that he did know who was in the audience, because, I mean, they explained it. There's also the fact that, like, these kinds of pick a random person from the audience is almost never random. Typically it's a person who knows how to pull off the trick, and just pretends to be a normal person in the audience. It's typically how they go. Ah, do I talk to the Melusine? I do.
Sorry, but no one can freely enter or exit the Opera House at the moment. If you wish to leave, you must register your identity with us first.
Dang, I'm not in the system yet.
Leaving? We're representing Lyney and Lynette as attorneys, so we're investigating the case. Were you always guarding this entrance?
Yes. After the Chief Justice gave the order, everyone coming in or out must undergo a strict inspection. So, the missing girl couldn't have left from here. At least, not from that point on.
What about during the show?
I doubt there was much opportunity then, either.
How can you be so sure,
Well, because I was in charge of security near the entrance at that time. I couldn't see Lyney's performance from here, which was quite a shame. Just my luck.
Oh well.
But still, I did not abandon my post, and I stayed put no matter how loud the applause was. If someone had so much as even approached the door, I would have noticed it, let alone if they had tried to leave. We Melusines are good at that sort of thing, you know.
So, it's safe to say the girl couldn't have left through here. Alright, thank you for your help. This'll be useful info. We've checked everything of note here at the performance venue. Paimon wonders how Lyney's discussion with the guards is going. Let's go see, shall we?
Yes, how is...
Ooh, things are getting interesting, huh?
How is my
We're
poor
about to
son?
see how magic is made.
How is my man doing? Hey dude, you good? You okay there?
Understood. Then I will be going with you. Just so you're aware, I will be monitoring your actions and making notes as necessary.
Very good. Thanks for being so agreeable. I'd pull a rose out of my hat as a gift for you if I could.
Dude.
You may spare the pleasantries. I'm just doing my job.
You've arrived. Who's this?
A random girl who appeared out of nowhere and hired us, question mark?
Me? I'm Spina di Rosula's guardian angel. If you've got a problem, I've got the firepower. Sorry, I got a little carried away there. Call me Navia. I'm a partner of theirs, and we'll be helping investigate this whole situation.
Yeah, sure, partner. We totally didn't just meet each other.
And these are my companions. Would you mind if they join as well?
Fine by me.
Oh, new helpers? I would be most grateful.
Well, let's just say we're tagging along. It's not every day you get to see the secrets behind magic performed on such a large scale.
I appreciate your kind interest. Come with me. We'll be heading below stage.
Dang. Dang, you like you like sacrifice your entire life to be able to like make this craft where like it lives and breathes by people not knowing what's actually going on. And then not only do one of your coworkers get smashed in front of you, but now you have to reveal that to everybody. Dang. That's rough, buddy.
Huh? Below stage?
Yes, a world of secrets is hidden beneath this magic box, prepared specifically for this switcheroo trick. But before I reveal everything, you should have a look first. Notice anything strange here?
Not yet.
I'm not trying to be dramatic. Remembering the details of a trick will help you understand the methods used to perform it more easily.
Huh. Weren't there balloons and other decorations here? Where did all that go?
I do not remember anything in there.
Ah, good eye. That said, you're still far from discovering the answer.
The back of the door isn't the same.
The back? You mean the inside of the door? What's different about it? Paimon didn't notice anything.
Very good indeed. I thought you might not be able to catch that, given that you were sitting in the first row. The back of this door was patterned. Those patterns are now gone, replaced by a smooth wooden board.
Yeah, no, I don't remember. I don't remember. I don't know if that like showed up in the cutscene.
So, if you put 2 and 2 together, what do you get?
There's another box inside this one.
Exactly. All right, let's go. I'll tell you how it works as we head down.
Oh, so there was a passageway under the magic box!
And this passage linked the two boxes together.
I knew you'd figure out most of it as soon as you saw this place.
Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty obvious trick, really.
The 2 magic boxes are positioned right above the 2 entrances of the tunnel.
Although, like, I think this trick only really works, like, the first few times, because after you do it enough times, people will start noticing that you put the boxes in the exact same places.
See this flatbed trolley?
Yep.
The box with the lucky audience member in it would be shuttled over to the other side using the trolley.
This trolley can raise and lower and even rotate, ensuring that the box will face in the right direction.
I see. So that's the purpose of the box inside another box.
Okay.
Precisely. The inner box would descend after the audience member was put inside and be moved along the trolley, all while the outer box would remain on stage as if nothing had ever changed.
So that's how you did it!
Once the box was lowered, the trolley would store some energy through this device here, with which it would complete the rest of the steps. The audience member would only be able to feel some slight movements in the dark, and by the time she walked out, she would already be back on stage.
Then what about your side of the trick? What, does he just, like, walk there?
Right! You were talking that whole time, and you even came out for a moment near the end!
Ah, yes. A phonograph operated by Lynette was used to achieve that effect.
Dang.
My assistant and I had already scripted our conversation beforehand. When the countdown began, I had already gone to the opposite box via a tunnel using that ladder.
Okay, okay. Although, how effective would that phonograph be? Because, like, it kind of depends how, good the audio quality is of this phonograph. Because if the audio then again, it is inside the box, so it would be crusty anyway. I was just thinking that, like, if the audio quality was that bad, people would realize that it sounds a little off. But then again, he is inside a box, so the audio would already be muffled. Huh.
And what about Lynette? Where was she?
I was in the mezzanine space in the back of the box.
Oh, interesting!
That's how we were able to coordinate Lyney's lines with the assistant. And, by the way, I was the one who walked out of the box at the end.
I mean, we are twins. All it takes is a change of clothes and no one can tell who's who.
Wait, what? No, I'm sorry. My brain skipped for a moment and I'm wondering, okay, so she was in a space in the back of the box. Is it the box on stage, the box in the audience, or is it this other box that's underground? And then she says that she walked in the box because everyone thought she was Lyney. I'm trying to understand what she was doing, but I don't understand it. Yeah, I'm just going to hope that they explain it, they elaborate on it a little more, because I'm actually a little confused. Okay. Sure. Also, they're twins. I'm still wondering how one got cat ears and the other hasn't. Still wondering that. These siblings are very interesting, because it's like, okay, so Fremine is like he has more of like a golden-ish hair with freckles. These guys don't. These two look more like siblings, but she has like the cat ears and the cat tail, and he doesn't. So, how do the genetics of the Genshin universe work? Anyway.
And that's my favorite part of this trick. Only Lynette and I can perform it.
So that's how it all worked! Wow! Every detail you revealed was more amazing than the last!
I can tell a lot of thought was put into this.
Lynette would briefly walk out of the box and then go back in, jumping into the tunnel and escaping before the box on the trolley could finish ascending.
Jumping into the tunnel and escaping before the box on the trolley could finish ascending. Oh, is it? Wait, was she is he talking about the part in the cutscene where like Lyney walked out for a second and then was like pushed back in? I'm still trying to understand this.
And then I walk out of the other box in the audience area, and the trick would be complete. The operative word here being would. But as you saw, Cal was in the box, not our audience member. She, on the other hand, mysteriously vanished.
Somebody here has teleportation powers.
We really don't know how that happened.
If not for that interlude, this would have been an astonishing trick. I probably never would have figured out how you pulled it off. And yet, to think that someone was able to use this magic trick to commit a crime. Could we have a look around? I think we can come up with some more leads.
This is the scene of the crime, so Lyney and Lynette are not permitted to stay here. I'll escort them back up.
Dang, okay.
Yes, of course. No need to be so strict now. I won't disappear into thin air, you know.
Thanks, everyone. We're counting on you.
All right. All right then. I guess we Yep, search a little bit more. Alright, so this place is broken.
The floor is wet. Please be careful not to slip.
Thank you, Melus. KB the Red says, love the Fontaine quest so far. I am loving this. Honestly, like, this is such a fun quest.
Speaking of which, why would there be water here?
Maybe it was for a trick?
Oh, Paimon knows! It's one of those tricks where you pour water into a jug and then flip the jug over only for the water to disappear? And here's a broken vase! Huh. Did the trolley knock it down while moving?
That can't be. The trolley moves along tracks from start to finish. It couldn't have hit the vase at this distance.
Let's note this down too and think about it later.
Paimon, fancy edition. I love her stupid little glasses. They're adorable. Okay. Clothing.
Oh, these are the clothes that the lady chosen from the audience was wearing, right?
Okay.
Her clothes are here, but she's nowhere to be found.
Lyney didn't mention the guest having a wardrobe change.
Right. And do you really need to do that if you're kidnapping them?
There's little, like, spirals in the glasses.
Ugh, this is so confusing. Paimon doesn't want to be a detective anymore.
Alright. Face, clothing. Anything else in here? Oh, tracks. Tracks? Oh, the rails. High precision is required to complete this magic show. The tracks are perfect for making the Charlie stay in its designed course. Well, it's a straight line. It's not that complicated. Can I set on these? Yes, I can.
Whoever the murderer was, they must...
Whoops. Whap. That's cute. Storage boxes.
Whoever the murderer was...
All kinds of props and costumes are haphazardly stuffed inside. Trolley. The trolley is crucial for transporting the magic box to the other side. The culprit must have used this to execute their plan. What about this ladder? Just fallen stuff?
Huh. What's this?
Oh, it's like a grappling hook.
Looks like a hook tied to the end of a rope. Huh? There's all kinds of odds and ends here.
Lyney didn't mention this earlier.
Perhaps it was a prop for a different trick. But why would it have been left here?
Whatever it is, let's make a note of it first.
It's getting interesting. Anything more? This should be the control device for the trolley. It seems to be able to operate automatically. And I think that's all here. Yeah. I'm gonna say it is. Oh, examine ladder. A ladder is required in order to return the magic box above. You know what? So I don't accidentally keep switching to Venti. Not because I don't want to, but because I want to play as Lyney throughout this quest. Just move him there. And I got an achievement. What is it? Investigate the truth. Nice. Meet all sorts of people during your adventures. That's a cute achievement. Oh. I just go there. Oh, I'm still not done with it? Okay. I thought I was. Yeah, I already did that. Oh, do I click the E? I just noticed that. Oh, event! Oh, you know what that means? You know what that means? Every time there is a semi-decently big vent, somebody's been crawling through.
What is this place?
It looks like a vent.
It seems someone could fit through here.
Huh. Could this have been the suspect's escape route?
Alone, perhaps. But if they had to pull another person with them, the space would be too narrow.
Melis, however you pronounce it. Have you ever heard of a thing called a single file? It's very simple. One person crawls in, and once they're far enough, the other person crawls in.
But there are no other ways in or out of here.
Other than those that go through the magic boxes. And Lyney and Lynette were in the 2 magic boxes.
Oh, you're right! Let Paimon write that down.
Wait, so why was... Wait. Oh, okay, sorry.
Seems we're just about done investigating down here.
Yes. Let's head back up.
No, wait, no, I already did the ladder.
Well, we've ascertained the state of the crime scene. Let's find a place to sort out our findings once Malus returns.
Right, Malus, okay.
Seems to me that there are several things that don't add up here.
Apologies for the wait, demoiselle.
We waited for like 1 second. You're fine, man.
So, what did the guards say? Did the criminal escape through the vent?
They believe the odds of that are very low, since the vent leads to the Opera House's basement. The guards have checked the area carefully. No one left through the basement during the performance or after the incident, and no one was found hiding there.
So the tunnels become like a secret chamber then! You know, like the kind you usually see in novels!
It would seem so.
The plot thickens. Halsey's disappearance and Cowell's death are both quite inexplicable. No wonder Farina was so confident in her accusation. All the current evidence points toward Lyney and Lynette.
In other words, the charges are very likely to be upheld unless we make some considerable progress.
We need a real smoke and gun for this one.
Charges and then trial. So if the charges are upheld, they'll announce a sentence?
That's right. This is how a trial goes in the Opera House. During the proceedings, the Chief Justice and the Oratrice will hear statements from both sides.
The Oratrice will too?
That's right. This is how indemnitium is produced.
By, hearing trials, hearing people's statements.
The statements from both sides, the defenses from attorneys, witness testimonies, and even the audience's emotions will all be projected on the Oratrice. To put it simply, it's as if the Oratrice has its own will, and is a judge in its own right.
Interesting, okay. So it's like a very advanced AI.
This also precludes any kind of favoritism on the part of the Chief Justice. And not that this has ever happened anyway.
Fascinating. Yeah, so it's like an AI, it's a machine. It's very cold and unemotive with everything. Like it hears everybody's statements. It takes all of the evidence that is presented and probably uses like a very advanced AI to come up with a verdict with no emotions or bias with it. It's like the ultimate. Well, I mean, it's a judge, but I was going to say it's like the ultimate jury, because in real life, when you're picked to be part of a jury, the court wants to make sure that you are as unbiased as you can be during a trial. So before you visit, or before you have to go to a trial, they're going like, they question you things like your family and like what are your thoughts about X, Y, and Z, if you've gone through any specific things in your life, and it's basically all of that to prevent bias. So for example, if you if like you've gone through, I don't know, like let's say one of your family members was like stabbed one time in their life, just throwing that out there, and you have jury duty, and the case is about a stabbing, you are more likely to say that the person charged with the stabbing is guilty. You are more likely to say that because your emotions kind of sort of take control. Meanwhile, if somebody hasn't gone through that, they're able to not have as much emotions and be able to think about things more logically. What I am trying to say here is that the Oratrice, even though it's clearly like a judge, it seems to be it's like the perfect jury. It's like the perfect, unbiased, cold, calculating, informative thing that, yeah. This thing that basically doesn't have emotions, and because of that, it's just pure logic. It's pure logic and reasoning, and no emotions behind it. Yeah. Oh, Traveler waiting to say fascinating. Yeah, no, sorry. I just wanted to mention that because I think it's very interesting. I think that the Oratrice is basically this like the perfect judge and jury, which, judging from the trailer of Fontaine, in itself is an issue.
Once both sides have finished speaking, the Chief Justice will make his final decision. This, too, will be used by the Oratrice as a reference. Then, finally, the Oratrice will be consulted by officials. The result it returns is the will of justice itself.
Okay.
Huh? So that machine is the one that actually decides? Paimon thought Novelet called the shots.
I guess it's just because Novelet is just really good at deciding a verdict that it seems like they both agree.
In practice, there is very little difference. Both have always come to the same judgment, which is why people have great faith in the Chief Justice. Ah, yes, the guards also asked me to convey that none of us will be allowed to leave this place before the trial.
Oh well.
Huh? Why?
We're all just stuck here?
Because we've chosen to act as the twins' proxies. That makes us persons related to the case.
Dang.
They're concerned that we might be colluding with outside parties, or that we might find outside help to disrupt the case. And even if that were not so, it could prove problematic if we happen to spread key information about the case ahead of time.
I'm ready to break out at any time.
Yo, Silver! Dude, chill. Telling you, he's the quiet kid. Well, he's not a kid, but the quiet guy. Silent guy.
Whoa! There's no need for that! Paimon thinks they have a point. That said, are they providing food?
Yes, I would like some food.
Of course. I just hope you don't mind the lack of options. I'm afraid that catering to all tastes is not in the cards, nor is any guarantee of balanced nutrition.
Dude, we're not gonna be here for that long. hopefully we're not gonna be here for that long. I think we're going to be okay. Now's not the time to be picky.
In that case, let's just sort out our findings together here. Pity. I was hoping to take you to try some of Fontaine's famous desserts, too.
Oh well.
I mean, what better way to properly think through our findings than over some tea and sweets?
Huh. Breaking out suddenly doesn't seem like such a bad idea after all.
Paimon.
Just kidding, just kidding. Paimon will still do her best, even if there are no snacks.
What do you mean, no snacks? Of course we'll have snacks. If we cannot buy some, then we'll simply make some.
Out of what? Out of, like, pretzels? The, like, little pretzels that are, like, in the back kitchen or something?
Huh? Here? But how?
Understood, demoiselle. Everyone, please come with me.
Or do you guys sneak in food in the theater?
Wait, you're carrying a portable stove with you?
What the heck? Why?
Yes, I must be prepared to meet the demoiselle's baking needs whenever the fancy strikes her.
Bro, just, like, bring the cookies with you. Just bring the cookies with you.
I have eggs, sugar, and almonds at the ready.
See, this guy's normal. This guy's normal. He just brings the food. Although, eggs, sugar, and almonds, that's a little weird, but, like, he actually brings it.
Good work, you two. Then I'll get to it. Please sit tight for a moment. You'll get to taste my awesome snacks soon enough.
Alright.
These three are quite the interesting group.
Must be a Spina de la Rosa thing. Methodically handles the ingredients. Fresh macaroons. Ah, sweet.
Paimon thought it smelled good while it was still in the oven. Oh, it's even better now. Paimon can't stop drooling.
So, hot take. I think macaroons are fine. That's my hot take. I've eaten macaroons before, and every single time I have eaten them, they've just been fine. They're okay. To me. I'm just saying that because it's like, oh man, macaroons, so delicious, and I'm here like, yeah, they're okay. They're like pretzels to me. They're like not the good pretzels. I mean like the chip pretzels that you buy from like a convenience store.
From the way you had these two guys carrying all that stuff around, Paimon thought you'd have them do more during the baking process. But you ended up doing the entire thing by yourself. Beating the egg whites, grinding almonds, everything.
I was applauding.
You know what? Silver is pretty funny. I like this guy. I like the... He's funny. I'm still gonna call them mobsters. Not because they just look like mobsters. Silver is the best mobster.
And I was giving encouraging smiles.
Yes, Melus is good too. That's not quite what Paimon meant, but okay. That's like literally our attitude since the second we stepped foot in Fontaine. It's just been... Okay.
Paimon was just thinking, aren't you worried about getting your fancy dress dirty beating egg whites and baking like this?
Not if you're careful.
Well, I don't think it's carved in stone anywhere that fancy ladies can only read books, sip tea, ride horses, and play the piano. I just really enjoy making snacks.
Although riding horses is like an actual, like, sport. And it's not really the most fanciest of things. Like, when you think about it logically.
Don't underestimate beating egg weights, by the way. It's a real arm workout.
It is.
You also need to beat them to just the right consistency, or your macarons will crack.
No, that's true. That's true. Beating eggs takes a while.
Anyway, give these a try. Fresh out of the oven. There's 3 for each of us.
Only 3?
Well, eating too many sweet treats might send all that sugar to your head. You wouldn't be able to think clearly about the case on a sugar rush, would you?
They're not even that sweet. Have I just been fed, like, bad macaroons my entire life? Because they're not even that sweet.
Tea is ready to be served as well. This is Demoiselle's favorite, strong black tea with a floral fragrance that clears the mind and lifts the spirit.
Thank you. Why don't you take a break as well?
No need for concern. I'm merely doing as I should.
I like these two little
All right, then.
servant guys.
Down to business. As Paimon mentioned previously, the tunnel seems to be something of a secret chamber.
Indeed.
However, we can assume that Lyney and Lynette were not alone within it. Some criminal also occupied its sealed confines.
Confines.
The magician twins could have committed the crimes, of course, but they lack any logical motive.
Exactly! Why would they do such a thing right when everyone was watching?
So apart from the twins, we're left with the other two people, the missing girl and the deceased.
The flower vase and the thud we heard during the performance could indicate some altercation between Halsey and the criminal in the tunnel. Resulting in the shattering of the vase, the discarding of her clothes, and her abduction.
I don't like the abduction being combined with the removal of her clothing. I don't like that. I'm not saying that it means anything in particular. I'm just saying that, like, it's not hard to connect a few, like, to think the obvious.
Perhaps the criminal
With
thought
those
that since she
two?
was chosen from the crowd, she would be too easy to identify if she was still wearing the same clothes.
That too. That would also make sense. I was thinking something else. That makes sense too.
Paimon thinks that makes sense, but the real trouble is...
There's no evidence that this third person even exists.
True. None of the clues we found thus far support the existence of this third person. But the only people left to consider are both technically victims, whether it's the missing girl, Halsey, or poor Cowl.
I'm telling you, Halsey is the murderer.
Huh. Could Halsey have secretly made modifications to the magic props in order to murder Cowl before making her escape?
But she had no way of knowing how the magic trick worked.
That's right. And even if she had tampered with the setup, she would need to understand the entire trick to pull it off. Nor does she have any motive. The guard said that she has never had any dealings with the Magic Troop's members.
Were we not thorough enough in our search? From the sound of things, this is turning into an impossible case. Your macarons are amazing though, Navia. They smell great! They're nice and crisp and super sweet!
This entire every time they're going to be mentioning how amazing macaroons are, I'm just gonna be here like, yeah. A little fun fact, I had a friend who really loved macaroons, and we went to like a little like food festival, and she went to get macaroons, and the entire time she was like hyping them up and then asked if I wanted some, and I was like, nah, I'm fine. I got shaved ice instead, because I love shaved ice.
They are my specialty after all. And I see you've already had 5 of them.
like I don't hate them. I think macaroons are perfectly fine. I just don't think that they're all that they're hyped up to be, personally.
What? 5? Oh, that can't be right. Paimon only counted 3, honest!
Sure.
Please don't worry about it. At my age, a few less sweets might actually be a good thing.
Dang.
No. Being greedy is one thing, but Paimon knows how to count. Besides, Paimon knows that if she ate too many, then others wouldn't have enough.
It's fine. If you ate them, you ate them.
Wait, even you don't believe Paimon?
Nope.
How could you?
Too bad.
If Paimon ate those 2 extra macarons, then may they turn into stone in her stomach!
All right, we get it. Well, I suppose one of us might have gotten too engrossed in our chat and eaten them by mistake. No big deal. Malus, set up the stove again if you would.
Huh? What are you doing?
Making
Maybe
sure
more.
everyone gets 3 macarons, of course.
Oh, there's really no need to do that.
Exactly. We don't want to trouble you.
As you wish, demoiselle.
And I have the egg, sugar, and almonds.
You didn't say at the ready. I'm like waiting for him to say that.
Well, this really is your hobby, huh?
Indeed.
Well, that's it for snack time. I'm going to have another look around the area. I don't know what we're looking for yet, but we've still got some time. As attorneys, I suggest the two of you think the case over again.
Alright.
It would be awkward if you got all tongue-tied on stage during the trial.
It would be very awkward indeed.
Alright, thanks for your help, and for the snacks.
It was nothing. A small task for the Spina di Rosula. Silver, Malus, it's time to go.
Alright then.
I'll be back
See you
if
later.
I find anything new.
Alright. Adios. Alright, so...
Alright, it's time to put our heads together. We've got to get our defense ready for the trial.
Even though we don't really have much.
It's probably gonna be a long and difficult case.
Oh, we're all the way up here. Whoa, okay.
There's no point in worrying about that now. We just need to prepare. Here, take Paimon's notes. They should help you review the situation.
Shoot, shoot. Whoa, okay. Whoa, okay. Nearly died there. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. Yeah, no, this is... Yeah. Guess we're just, we just have to wait. Let me just, as we wait, let me, check a few things first. 5 days. I need to do this event soon. Yeah, nothing. I need to do this as well. Oh my god. Yep, nope, that's it. I guess we just, where's the clock? Oh, it's not in the wheel. So it's till 8. So... Dang, we're like here all night. Dang. We are stuck here all night. Yeah, no, we're in a bit of a problem here. We don't really have much. What if Lyney really was the murderer? If he is, I'd actually... Dude, okay, no, actually, if Lyney does turn out to be the murderer, which I guarantee he is not, that is some balls. That is some massive balls from the writers. And, like, I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind that at all. That'd be, like, a very brave thing to do. Which is why I think they won't do it. Right, I guess I'm just sitting back on my chair. We're back with Navia.
What do I do? The whole situation is so confusing.
Random thingy, but everybody kept saying that Navia looks like Taylor Swift. And she kind of sort of does. And so this entire time, because I kept forgetting her name, this entire time I've just been calling her Taylor Swift. And I'm wondering if I should do that for this stream. I do have some thoughts, but let's take things step by step.
Good plan. Impossible things don't just happen. We'll get to the truth one way or another.
Just relax. Even if everyone else suspects Lyney and Lynette, at least we will be supporting them from the stands.
Yeah, at least we're moral support.
Besides, I doubt Farina understands any more about what happened than we do.
Thanks, Navia. Well, we'll be going then.
Best of luck to you.
Ooh. Hey, you...
Finally, you're back.
You good, guys?
Well, how did your investigation go?
We learned a few things.
To be honest, you might be disappointed.
No. We're already very grateful that you were willing to help.
Well, now, don't you all look disappointed?
Oh, hey.
Don't tell me that your investigation came up empty-handed.
We're trying, okay? We're trying.
That was to be expected, of course. The guilty can never produce proof of their innocence.
Don't let that stop you. I shall be terribly disappointed should you, my most anticipated foe, concede so easily.
Just you wait.
Since both parties are present,
Oh, hey.
I declare that the trial regarding the magic show incident is now in session.
Hey! Hey! Alright, trial begins. This is so cool.
Firstly, in order for the audience to understand the causes and results of the incident, could we please have Mr. Lyney explain the trick?
Whoa, okay, actually, before the trial, like, officially starts, absolutely random, but, like, before Fontaine came out, now that it is out, everybody is comparing it to, like, Ace Attorney, which I have never played, but I always joked about how, the trials in Fontaine are basically an episode of Caso Cerrado, which, if you don't know what that is, it is a very popular Mexican show that's basically about cases. I don't think there were any, like, really serious cases. They were mostly just, like, really goofy and weird and sensational because it's, like, a TV show. But it was basically about these cases, and, like, they would always pick, like, the most batshit crazy ones for pure purposes of entertainment, and it was pretty crazy and wild, and some of the people that were brought on were just, like, it was like TLC. It's like, you know how, like, TLC always finds, like, the weirdest people to make a show out of it, and most of it is probably fake anyway? Caso Cerrado is like that, but with cases. And I guess for American viewers, I guess I could say it's like Judge Judy, although I have never seen Judge Judy in my life, so I don't know how similar they are. But, yeah, it just made me go, oh, okay, so the trials in Fontaine are basically an episode of Caso Cerrado. Sweet! If I know, Caso Cerrado is a Mexican series. It is, yeah. It's a Mexican, I think, reality TV show. Although I don't know how real it actually is, but yeah. It's basically just some trial, some weird people, who did something that warrants a trial, and it's weird and dumb, and it's clearly for pure entertainment. It's very sensational. Because it's TV. So that's why I wonder, like, how real it actually is, but whatever, it just reminded me of that. I just kept joking about that before Fontaine came out, where I'm like, man, I can't wait to play Caso Cerrado, but in an anime video game.
Yes, of course. I will explain while Lynette demonstrates on stage. All the necessary items have been prepared.
Lyney reveals the details of the magic trick. Everyone in the audience is stunned.
Thank you, Mr. Lyney. In that case, I take your statement to be that you ran to and remained hidden within the magic box in the audience stands once the trick began, and thus could not have committed the crime. Is this correct?
Yes, that's correct, Your Honor.
It's one of those series that are based on real cases to make their plots, but taking liberties. Okay, I kind of assumed so. Because I have not seen, honestly, anything from, like, Univision or Telemundo, which are these, like, Mexican TV channels. I have not seen any of those shows since I was, like, 10. So I don't remember too much of Caso Cerrado. All I remember was that it was very sensational and weird.
In that case, I call upon the prosecution. Lady Farina. Do you wish to refute his statement in any way?
He said that as if he was, like, tired. I bet you he is. I bet those lines under his eyes are bags.
Why, of course I do. Allow me to take the first shot and break this case wide open. Mr. Lyney is clearly lying.
Hey, she did the point thing. She did the pointer thing. She did the, I kept seeing, like, screenshots of this. Hey.
There is no way you could have been in the box the whole time if you were to abduct Halsey and murder Cowell. In fact, I'd say you were hardly in that tunnel at all.
Well, I mean, exactly. It would be hard for me to murder Cowl if I was inside the box. That is exactly what I am saying.
That is simply your hypothesis based on the presumption that I'm guilty.
Oh, is that so?
Oh, sweet!
And if I may ask,
screen.
What did you hear while you were inside your box?
The roaring countdown of the crowd, of course. That's how I kept track of the time and built anticipation for the finale.
Oh, I love the camera movements. The camera movements going around. It's so cool.
And you didn't hear anything else at all? Nothing that might leave an impression of any kind?
Magnavox says, deep voice. Televisa presenta. Wait, and if you didn't hear anything else at all, nothing that might leave an impression of any kind?
No, nothing.
I see. But when the count reached 30 seconds or so, there was a thud. One so loud that I believe practically everyone heard it.
Huh?
Did you not hear it?
Hey, hang on. Something's not right here.
How could Lyney not know about that sound? Huh.
Yeah, I'm sure he could have heard a noise that loud from inside the box.
And thus the plot thickens.
I was right by the box and I definitely heard the thud.
Ooh.
Look at those scales. Could those mean...
They probably represent the Oratrice's stance on the trial.
Well then, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to use the words of the magician himself. You never know what can happen in the blink of an eye. Indeed, it seems his alibi can also collapse in the blink of an eye. Of course, I have armed myself to do far more than smash your alibi. Confidence cannot go unfounded, and my foundations are rock solid.
Not really, man. Chill. You said something that confused him. That doesn't necessarily chill. Although it is sus. That is sus.
Tell me, aren't you and Lynette actually from the House of the Hearth?
Okay. So the theory was right. There was a theory. Okay. So for those of you not in the know, the House of the Hearth is an orphanage in Snezhnaya, which is the last region of the game. And they take in orphans from all over Teyvat and essentially raise them to be like the perfect like soldiers or like workers for the Fatui, which is one of like the villain organizations. There was this theory floating around that like Lyney and Lynette were part of this orphanage. Okay.
The House of the Hearth?
They're Fatui?
No wonder they did something like this.
Oh no!
So the serial disappearances were the Fatui's doing. Now it all makes sense.
Bro, I don't know if we can prove them innocent right now. Objection. Objection. Lack of father. I don't know. Objection. Stale ass wig.
I've got a feeling that what happened on stage probably wasn't just an accident.
Okay.
That's irrelevant. Our identities have nothing to do with what happened.
I just love that we're like, oh, okay, we're like having a little moment here, and then Farina's like, so, tragic backstory. Magnavox says, question, are you a femboy or a guy with feminine characteristics? Because the impression looks great for you. Huh?
Indeed. Then perhaps you could tell us everything that happened during that 1 minute.
Okay.
Your first priority is to prove yourself innocent after all. I'm sure there is little that needs to be kept secret now. Unless your script already has holes in it.
This is bad. This is really bad.
The Outlander is speechless. My, oh my, don't they look flabbergasted? Now comes the infighting and discord, I suppose. This was almost too easy.
Oh my god. This girl. No, she really is there for the entertainment.
Good thing I made all those preparations. Seems the all-nighter I pulled last night is really paying off.
What? No way! No. Dude, that's... Okay. We don't know yet. You're offending my boy.
Hey, Lyney, why didn't you tell us this before?
Lyney and Lynette are Fatui.
Order! Order! Mr. Lyney, allow me to re-establish the facts. Lady Farina has raised 2 points. First, when the thud was heard in the Opera House, you were neither in the box nor the tunnel. Second, you and Ms. Lynette are both members of the House of the Hearth.
Yeah. Yes.
Are these claims true?
There's no doubt that a magician's ability to There's no doubt about a magician's ability to con others. Given how Lyney has concealed his identity, this could have all been set up beforehand. Yeah, no, it's like in the previous stream where he asks us, like, do you really think I'm, like, the one who did this? And one of our options were, like, I'm not sure. Because I was gonna say, like, I mean, we have really only met him for, like, a day. And also, Child, like, Tartaglia, was a character that we met in Liyue. I mean, he was already sus from the beginning, but then he ended up being, like, kind of a crazy dude who decided to kill off a whole nation. I'm not saying that Lyney is the culprit, is the murderer. I'm just saying stuff's interesting right now. Oh yeah, that's true. Plus, Child is here in Fontaine, along with other house operatives. There must be some scheme at work here. I do wonder, how do we learn about the House of the Hearth? Cause like, I know about it because I look a lot into, like, Genshin lore, and in the lore, the House of the Hearth is a pretty big thing in the Fatui. How does the Traveler know about this? Because, like, I don't think they've really explained it before. Or maybe they have in a quest that I haven't played yet. I've been a victim of such schemes before. Hey, told you. And now...
Please answer my question, Mr.
Ooh.
I'm sorry. Yes, they're true, Your Honor.
Dang.
I knew it!
That's it. We might as well move on to the sentencing already.
Whoa. We haven't had any, like, actual evidence yet.
What should we do now?
Permission to speak, Your Honor?
Granted.
God, this is amazing. I am loving this entire section of the game. My client has withheld some I can't read. My client has withheld some key information. My defense cannot proceed.
In that case, what is your request?
I request a brief adjournment. There are some things that must be discussed.
Is that really necessary? They're already as good as guilty.
Whoa, we don't know that yet.
The defendant deceived their own attorneys. What is there left to discuss?
Order! Order, I say!
Oh my god, I love this. All he needs is, like, the mallet thingy where they, like, smash it into the table.
Your request is reasonable, and we shall adjourn. This trial will reconvene in 1 hour.
This is
So
bad.
you would stick to Mr. Lyney's defense even after knowing what you do now? You certainly have more professionalism than I thought. In that case, my dear audience, let's allow the joy of victory to steep for a little while longer.
While the court is adjourned, you meet with Lyney and Lynette in the backstage of the opera house. Yeah, you need to talk, bro.
Well, this is awkward. I didn't think the Hydro Archon would dig all that up.
Yeah, you got some explaining to do, honey. What is it? Spill the beans. Also, I just want to hear your story. Talk, my man.
I'm sorry, Traveler and Paimon.
Also, absolutely random. No, okay, it's just a little bit of a random thingy. Every single time they call him, like, Mr. Lyney, it's always a little funny to me since Lyney obviously has a very, like, femboy design. And I just think it's really funny that they're like, yes, Mr. Lyney. Anyway, it's absolutely nothing. It was just something funny in my mind. Anyway.
Yeah, sorry.
Ooh, it's the Fatui music playing.
Paimon doesn't know where to start. We trusted you two. We based our entire reasoning on the assumption that you weren't bad guys.
It is true. No, I was gonna say, like, I don't think he's guilty, obviously. But not the Traveler, since the only Fatui we have ever met have always been, like, bad guys. And the one person who has a decent relationship with us, which is Child, awakened an ancient god to destroy a whole nation. So, yeah.
Not to set the wrong tone or anything, but Paimon's really mad!
I'm very sorry. I know you're angry, and reasonably so, but please, let me explain. I know you've clashed with the Fatui several times before. I wouldn't be surprised if just hearing the word is enough to make you upset. But our organization is very, very large, and the Harbingers have very different personalities and goals.
Right now, we want to save people. As many as we can.
That's right. I'm sure we're on the same page when it comes to this nation and the disaster that its people might face. I knew if it weren't for our respective identities, we could become good friends. That's why I didn't wish to flat out lie to you, but chose to hide some details instead. The truth is very important, but being completely transparent about everything would see us spending more effort than we need to.
Yeah, sorry. The truth is very important, but being completely transparent about everything would see us spending more effort than we need to. But how can we know this isn't all just another lie?
Right. So, you be the judge. Heck, if I were you, I fear that I'd even struggle to trust me at this point. You met a Fatus who works as a magician, a trickster by trade. All by coincidence, too.
Yeah, that does not make it any better.
But still, I'm asking you to trust me. I am no criminal. At least, not in this case.
In this case? What other case do you mean, sir?
Sorry. Please forgive us.
Well, you both say that, but...
Explain the other issue first. Where did you actually go while the trick was being performed?
Right. Let's hear your answer first, and no lies now!
Of course. I'll answer any question you ask. We've been trying to find out how the Oratrice operates. We want to know why it has consciousness. Why can it deliver sentences accurately?
Okay. So they're investigating. Like they're I wouldn't say infiltrate, but they're trying to, like, figure out stuff from Fontaine.
During our investigations, we learned that the machine's core is beneath it. From that moment on, Lynette and I have been designing this box swap trick with the objective of getting close to the core.
Is that why you needed a whole minute?
That's right. In truth, the audience would take about 75 seconds to count down from 60, while I would only need 15 to get to the opposite box. So, after jumping into the tunnel, I accessed the Opera House basement via the vent, and went to investigate the room in which the core is stored.
Honey, this isn't making your case any better.
That air vent was created during the construction of the tunnel specifically to execute this step.
And what did you find?
Well, nothing. As soon as I reached that room and was about to investigate, I heard someone's voice. Which should have been impossible, of course. I was quite certain that I was the only one in the room. That voice seemed to recognize me and tried to speak to me. I chose to err on the side of caution and retreated the way I came. On the way back, I saw the broken vase and the clothes on the ground, but the countdown was almost finished, so there wasn't time to give it any thought. After that, the homicide occurred just as you saw.
Well, that explains why you didn't hear the thud.
But why do you want to understand how the Oratrice operates?
Because of that prophecy I told you about, of course. We must know all we can about this nation's secrets in order to deal with that prophesized crisis.
That's the only way we can save everyone.
So, there you have it. The whole truth. I swear, I didn't hide anything from you this time. It was never my wish to proceed under this cloud of mistrust either. But like I said earlier, you can be the judge. If you want to leave because you don't trust the Fatui, there's nothing I can do to stop you.
Well, Traveler, you decide. Paimon will follow your lead however you choose.
I believe in the facts. I will defend you from these charges. I believe that judgment will be dispensed as it should. Because, like, my heart says the first one. But I'm pretty sure the Traveler is thinking the second.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks for giving us a chance.
The current problem is that the scales are tipped pretty badly against you two.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
If we want to refute the Hydro Archon's accusations, we're gonna need a seriously watertight defense.
I'm telling you, we need some smoking guns here. Actually, we already have the key evidence we need.
Huh?
The adjournment's almost over. Let's go back.
Oh, Paimon thinks she gets what you mean.
Lyney's statements. Court chamber. A voice in a court chamber. Plot is thickening! Thickening, I'm telling you! This is so interesting. Man, I love it. I am like in love with this quest right now. I am so in love with this. Continue the trial. The brief adjournment ends, and the nail-biting trial reconvenes.
Both parties have returned to their positions. Let us continue the trial. When last we left off, Mr. Lyney acknowledged the new evidence presented by Lady Farina as fact.
Oh my god,
Therefore, Lady Farina may continue stating her reconstruction of the events.
It's like a commercial break. It's like last we left off, X, Y, and Z happened.
Ugh, that took long enough. Now then, if everyone would lend me their attention. this stage, let's revisit that scene from Lyney's perspective.
Hey, yo, another one. Another funny pointing image that I keep seeing everywhere. Based on the opposition's accounts of events, you can identify loopholes in their statement. Okay. Used evidence includes obtained during the investigation to refute any erroneous assertions. Use your refutations to convince the audience and obtain more support from the people. Okay. When you find and review all incorrect content, you can complete the cycle of refutation and unveil the truth. Alright! Oh dang, this is so cool!
As the countdown began, he entered the tunnel.
Dude, this art! This art is so cool!
When the flatbed trolley passed, he opened the box and got into an altercation with Halsey, which caused the loud thud.
Wait, he opened the box and kind of... Oh man, I love this art! This art is so cool!
He did not realize that the sound could be heard by everyone in the opera house, which is why he claimed earlier that he could not hear the sound. Finally, he used the vase to knock her out, before making her change clothes to prevent others from recognizing her.
Can I get prints of these, please? Can I get prints of this art? This is some... Oh man, I love the art style going on here. It's so cool. KB the Red says, Peppermint going insane because of this quest. Yes, 100%. They added this whole thing too? So cool.
At this time, Cowell arrived in the tunnel, having heard that strange noise, and caught Lyney red-handed.
And according to the art, gave him a swift sucker punch.
So Lyney proceeded to knock him out too before stuffing him into that box.
My goodness.
Afterward, Lyney passed the unconscious Halsey to his accomplice through the magic box in the audience stands, before operating the devices such that Cowell's death would be ruled an accident. And there you have it. That's the truth behind what happened.
Can I get a print of these? These are so cool.
Does the defendant's side have any objections to Lady Farina's description of the events?
Yes. Look at those, skinny ass arms. Do you think these, little skinny little baby nerd arms could sucker punch a full-grown man?
The key to refuting Lady Farina is the order of events. What Lyney experienced and what he saw.
That's Lumine's voice. Enter down the tunnel as the countdown began. Identify loopholes. Whoa! Oh, that's so cool! Oh my god! This is so cool. Let's see. He claimed that he headed to the chamber upon entering the tunnel. Did not witness. I don't think that's good enough. No. I guess the first one then? It's the closest one.
Seems this won't produce a particularly effective rebuttal.
Okay. Yeah, no, that doesn't. Yeah, no, okay. I guess so? What the? What's that sound? Okay. It's because, like, the strange sound wasn't heard until later. Okay. Wait, okay, KB the Red says, yeah, those are fake. When he gets all the girls with his muscular arms. Oh, definitely. I mean, you see those arms? Ripped. I'm telling you. Very, very ripped. He's the buffest Genshin character I've ever seen. Oh, okay. I'm starting to understand the minigame. Okay, I'm seeing it. I'm understanding it now. Amazon Box says, it's nice to finally hear Lumine's voice again in the story after such a long time. It really is. It's always a treat when the traveler speaks. Okay, yeah. He did not hear the sound.
According to Lyney, he left via the vent after entering the tunnel. He couldn't have had that altercation with Halsey.
And... was he in the tunnel the entire time? No, he was investigating the core chamber.
Lyney went to the room.
Oh, these arts are so cute!
Core. This is the actual truth.
Ah, these are look at this art. It's so adorable. This is so cute. These are so cool. I'm sorry if I'm like freaking out so much about the art. It's so cute. I love it. I love it so much. Right, knocking out. The existing evidence indicates that when Lyney returned to the tunnel, the crime had already taken place. All he saw was the clothes.
Lyney did not take part in the underground altercation. He only witnessed traces of the aftermath.
But...
Attention! Ace Detective Paimon has something to say!
And with like the sepia filter thingy on it as well. This is adorable. I love this art.
Started, Lyney did indeed go into the tunnel. But he immediately used a vent to access the Opera House basement, which is where the underground core of the Oratrice is stored. Once he reached that area, he heard a voice in what should have been an empty room. Since he felt something was amiss, he returned immediately. The crime scene had already developed by the time he reached the tunnel again, and in order to complete the magic trick, he did not remain there for any length of time. Finally, he reached the surface, and that was when the accident happened from his point of view. Therefore, he's innocent!
Ooh. Successful refutation.
Paimon did it! Paimon actually managed to say all that! Oh, wasn't it awesome?
It was pretty nice.
In other words, you believe that he knew nothing of the incident?
Yes.
That's right!
He was doing other things. Moreover, I believe my opposition's reasoning is flawed.
My reasoning?
The onstage equipment was clearly tempered within a premeditated fashion. However, you say that Cowell bumped into Lyney by accident. Oh, by chance. By chance, I can't read.
If that's the case, then if Cowell hadn't entered the tunnel, who was the entire setup meant to kill? Assuming that what you say is true, Lyney only needed to kidnap the young girl to cause a new disappearance case. What would the point of killing someone on stage be?
Assuming only needed to kidnap the girl to cause the new disappearance, what would the point of killing someone on stage be? Yeah. I love Paimon being like an attorney. That's so funny.
Oh, they have a point.
That's right, you tell him! And that's why they're partners of mine. They've managed to turn things around.
Even though I've only met them for like less than a day.
Oh, well, your denial is very strident. I'll give you that. But what proof do you have to back your claims?
Do you happen to remember how you refuted Lyney's alibi initially?
Of course I do. If he had been in the magic box the whole time, how could he have not heard that sound?
Why do you ask? You're saying that he wasn't?
No, he was in the vents. Your claim has now become my weapon. Oh, do I choose any of these? Which is the evidence that Lyney wasn't in the tunnel when the crime took place? It's the Oratrice's thing, isn't it? Irrelevant? These are irrelevant? Ah, darn it, okay, using the box inside the box, the idea was for the box. Oh, this is also irrelevant. Okay, so I guess it's... Which ones are the ones that are relevant? Oh, these three? These three are relevant? Okay, okay. I guess the middle one?
That's right! Lyney wasn't in the box or in the tunnel. That's why he didn't hear anything strange during the performance. This means that when the crime happened, Lyney had already entered the basement via the vent.
Yeah. He was. Magnavox says Paimon looks funny with those glasses. She does.
The same clue you used to disprove his alibi has now become the best proof! How do you like that?
Well played. To think you'd use such logic.
Dang.
Well then, if it wasn't Lyney who committed the crimes, then who was it?
The murderer was... Gear icon in the interface to check the corresponding case question. Fill empty gears. Alright, alright. Oh, so this is kind of like the dream thingy. Not the dream thing, the little thinking minigame thingy from Sumeru. Similar, it seems. Let's see. If Lyney is no longer under suspicion, only the other members of the troupe would have been able to tamper with the props. Lyney gave a detailed account... Lyney gave a detailed account of how the trick was supposed to work by using box inside a box. The idea was for the box containing the audience member to be transported across via the tunnel underneath, and Lyney inside would simply use the tunnel to get to the other side. Having changed her outfit, Lynette and her assistant would take charge of onstage interactions. The clothes belonging to Hastley, the lady who went missing, were found in the tunnel. The reason for this remains unknown. Who was the only person who could have possibly committed the crime? What's this? Is this the Oratrice?
Could there have been a third person involved? Is that really a possibility? Halsey is the missing person and an ordinary audience member. Or did she have her own scheme all along? The deceased's name is Cowell, Lyney's assistant. He would have been able to tamper with the equipment.
But he died.
Halsey is the missing person and an ordinary audience
I'm going
member.
to take a mini leap of logic and say that it's her. For no other reason, since that's other than that's the thing that's like currently in my mind. And also, I don't know. It's like I said with that like episode from Bungo Stray Dogs. It was like, oh, the victim was actually the perpetrator, I guess, the whole time. I'll go with her. Because there's no evidence pointing towards a third person. And Cowell's dead. Why would he do something to get himself killed? Unless it was all part of a bigger plan. Or maybe I'm just overthinking it. I'm just gonna go with her for now. Dang it, okay.
The deceased's name is Cowell, Lyney's assistant.
Alright!
Huh? That can't be right. Are you serious?
So was I right? Is this part of, like, some big plan?
The killer was, in fact, Cowell, the deceased!
Oh, is that so? How interesting! Let's hear your reasoning then.
Plot twist, he's not dead the entire time. The whole time he was just pretending to be dead.
What I must do next is recreate the truth. What Cowell did, and how he went from would-be perpetrator to victim.
Oh, that's right, he is a victim, too! I forgot about that. He's also a victim. So... okay. So maybe I wasn't wrong in the idea that the victim is the murderer. It's just that I was thinking about the wrong victim. Which also kind of coincides with that Bungo episode, because the victim in the Bungo episode was also a guy who was supposedly murdered, but he turned out to, like, plan out this whole elaborate plot where it made it seem like he was murdered, but he was actually just, like, acting. Okay, okay. How can we envisage Lyney having been unable to interfere with the crime?
No one entered or left the Opera House through its entrances. So, where would the criminal have wanted to take Halsey? The sound we heard may have come from a clash between the missing Halsey and the criminal. It would have been tough for both people to fit into that vent. They would likely have bumped into Lyney as well.
I'll go with this one.
The sound we heard may have come from a clash.
How can I prove that there was an altercation in the tunnel? It's the sound.
Halsey's clothing was in the tunnel. So, there must have been some fear that she would attract attention. No one entered or left the Opera House through its entrance. It would have been tough for both people to fit into that vent. Lyney was not in the tunnel at that moment, which gave our criminal ample time. The deceased's name is Cowell, Lyney's assistant. He would have been able to tamper with the equipment.
I'm gonna go with the clothes.
Halsey's clothing was...
Who is the prime suspect currently?
The deceased's name is Cowell.
And where did the missing Halsey go?
It would have been tough for both people to fit into that vent. No one entered or left the Opera House through its entrances.
Yeah. Dang it. Oh!
Lyney was not in the tunnel.
Yeah, he was not in the tunnel. Duh. I'm stupid.
The
Altercation.
sound we heard may have come from a clash between the missing...
Yeah. And...
Halsey's clothing was in the tunnel. So, there must have been some fear that she would attract attention. It would have been tough for both people to fit into that vent. They would likely have bumped into Lyney as well.
This is tough. I'll go with the clothing for now.
Halsey's clothing was in the tunnel.
Dang it.
It would have been tough for both people to fit
Really?
into that vent.
No, but if anything, that kind of disproves our theory. That kind of because it's asking, like, where did the missing Halsey go? And it's like, if we say that she didn't go through the vent, which is the closest thing that's somewhat like an exit, but doesn't that prove us wrong? Yeah. Bro, I'm at a loss here. The criminal must have understood the methods behind Lyney's magic trick, and must have been in a position to easily modify the equipment. I mean, yeah, that too. Leaving aside how he died, Cowell and all the means to commit the crime... Wait. Cowell had all the means to commit the crime at his disposal. It really is the episode of Bungo Stray Dogs. It really is just that episode. The strange noise could likely have been the sound of Cowell and Hazley struggling. Lyney was not in the tunnel for 1 minute. Yeah, was not in the tunnel for 1 minute. This would have given time for Cowell to bring Hazley out of the magic box and in the audience stands. But according to the guard's testimony, nobody entered or left the opera house, so even if he had taken her, there'd be no means of exiting. Exiting from the box would have been in full view of the audience, pretty much guaranteeing that they would have been discovered.
What's wrong, Traveler? Are you still having trouble figuring things out?
Where in the world did Halsey? I'm still saying Hazley. Where in the world did Hazley go?
I see how it is. So this was all just a bluff. And here I thought you had something to show for it. But it seems you're still far from the truth.
Hey, we're just figuring stuff out now, okay?
Look, since we're at a dead end, why not consider a different track? Just like the trick as it transpired, the end result must have been utterly different from the magician's initial design.
If only we knew how Halsey disappeared.
How would you guys do it? How about let's go like that. Like, how would you guys do something like that? Like, pull that off?
Well, that would be nice, but the tunnel only has 3 exits, and none of them seem very likely. And it's not like this is a magic trick where you can just make a real live person disappear. You know, like you did from that water tank, Lynette.
Oh. Magic. Escaping from the water tank. Oh! I see. Wait. Could it have been the water?
Excuse my interruption, dear
Oh.
opponents, but do you not see that the crowd is growing impatient? There is no greater sin in this opera house than an awkward delay in the performance.
Honey, this is a trial, okay? A big part of trials is really sitting around and thinking. Oh, no.
If the defense is unable to make further effective arguments, we will move on to the next stage of the trial.
Hold on a second.
Lyney was not in the tunnel at that moment, which gave our criminal ample time.
Yeah?
The sound we heard may have come from a clash between the missing Halsey and the criminal.
Halsey. Ugh, I can't say her name. Okay.
The deceased's name is Cowell, Lyney's assistant. He would have been able to tamper with the equipment.
Yep. The water.
The vase was not broken by chance. It was used to cover important evidence. The water.
So is the water actually magical and made Halsey disappear?
Lynette escaped from the water tank, vanishing gradually and leaving only clothes behind.
So is that what's going on with the disappearances of all of the women throughout Fontaine? The water is like either absorbing them or like transporting them somewhere else? Okay.
If there's a similar method where a person could be transformed into water...
It's the thing Mona does. It's the thing Mona does. Mona's a character, is a Mondstadt character who has a hydro vision, and one of her abilities is that she can basically turn herself into like a little stream of water. So, to basically like attack enemies. It's all part of the gameplay. But it is acknowledged that that is like an actual thing that she can do in lore. And to the point that we tell her, like, hey, why don't you just like do your water thing and like slip under the crack of a door?
Just a moment, please. I do hope you know how preposterous you sound at the moment.
Preposterous? This actually makes sense, man.
How could a person ever be transformed into water? This is reality we're talking about here, not some magic trick.
Yes, reality, as in people with visions that can turn themselves into a stream of water to go under doors. I request that we examine Cowell's personal effects.
Must we really? I should think that of anyone. Your friend Lyney already knows this truth very well.
Oh?
Magic tricks are ultimately just illusions and misdirection. But Halsey's disappearance is very real. We're talking about two completely different things.
Even so, I trust the Traveler's judgment. The truth must be out there somewhere. Perhaps some new line of reasoning may open if we try to gather all the focal points that don't make sense.
Perhaps some new line of reasoning may open if we try to gather all the focal... Okay.
Since Cal was the deceased, we haven't placed much attention on him.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's like I said, it's like I kind of guessed it already, with the victim being the perpetrator. I was focusing on the other victim, not the one that died. Because I was just kind of thinking, like, oh yeah, like, Bungo Stray Dogs episode had a stupidly elaborate reason as to why, because the anime is just like that, but Genshin wouldn't do that. So, God, it's just so cool.
But given that we aren't making much progress with the case, it wouldn't hurt to have a look at his belongings, would it?
People really do come up with all sorts of harebrained schemes when at the end of their rope. The way I see it, your suggestion that we broaden the scope of our investigation is nothing but a tactic for stalling the trial.
Nevertheless, I believe that this is a reasonable request on the part of an attorney. Since the trial does indeed appear to be at an impasse, I believe that additional evidence may help us make more progress. Guards, please step into the lounge and examine the personal effects of the deceased, Cowell.
After some, they return with news.
We are still examining the items, but we have already made critical progress that we feel must be shared with everyone post-haste. We discovered several test tubes of fluid within Cowell's baggage, each labeled separately. The notebook in his backpack claims that these fluids are water from the primordial sea.
Okay. Water from the primordial sea. Now see, if there's one thing I know about Genshin lore, is that the word primordial typically means some pretty big things. Okay.
The primordial sea.
Yeah.
The note's contents also indicate that Cowell belonged to an organization that sells illegal drugs and that he had an accomplice.
What the? Whoa, wait, what? Wait, the note's contents also indicate that Cowell belonged to an organization that sells illegal drugs? Whoa, wait, okay! Okay! What kind of drugs are we speaking here? Are we talking about medical drugs, or are we talking about, like, heroin drugs? Or we're talking about opioids? What kind of drugs we talking here?
The notebook has many entries concerning safe usage of these fluids, in which the keyword dissolve appears many times.
Okay.
One of these tubes was labeled Opera Epiclese, along with yesterday's date. It is empty.
The
notes also state that these dissolution properties work exclusively on people from Fontaine. It's likely that Halsey was chosen as some sort of test subject.
Okay. Okay, the plot thickens even more.
As such, we believe that the defense's hypothesis is, in fact, supported by sufficient evidence.
You gotta be kidding! People dissolving into water?
Could something so ridiculous actually be true?
There are people with visions who can do that, yes, actually.
Wait a moment. This reminds me of a certain prophecy, but it's just a coincidence, isn't it?
Huh. If people can become water, does that mean that the water tank's real use was as a means to hide water stains? And if Cowl was targeting that girl...
Sorry. So, okay. But do the vials actually do that? I think they have to explain how Lynette dissolved into the water first. So we could probably get, like, a better idea as to, like, how exactly this water dissolving thing functions.
Wait just a minute. Could that mean... You two, with me, quick!
Demoiselle, wait! What about your partners?
Oh, we're busy.
Let's go. Just trust me.
Order! Order!
Oh, yo! Never mind, he doesn't need a mallet. He has the staff with him.
It is undeniable that further examination of the deceased's personal effects has yielded some surprising results, but we cannot yet verify the veracity of these clues. Still, let us assume that these clues are indeed authentic, albeit with the understanding that Ms. Halsey has yet to be found. Guards, please continue examining the items along these lines. Mr. Lyney, it appears your hypothesis is supported by the evidence, so please continue speaking.
Oh my goodness.
Of course. Thank you, Your Honor. If we uphold this hypothesis, I believe that many of this case's seemingly unrelated clues can be connected together.
Okay.
Right! Like the metal hook! That one didn't make sense at all.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Let's think about this. Cowell's methods must have something to do with that water from the primordial sea.
Yeah. Yeah. Fascinating. Oh, so it's only to it only functions to Fontainians. Okay.
The rope that strung the water tank up was lit by the fireworks and cut. As such, the focus here is on the water and not the tank. Now it seems like the hook rope was not meant for another magic trick, but was instead some form of triggering mechanism.
Put that in there.
The water from the primordial sea should already have been prepped before Halsey entered the magic box.
Oh, how did they control the timing of the dissolution?
Lynette was in the magic box on stage the entire...
Actually,
now it seems like
can
the
I remove
hook
this?
rope was not meant for another magic trick. But
wait, no, go back. How can I remove this? Darn it, okay.
The deceased's name is Cowell, Lyney's...
What item to control the timing?
Now it seems like the hook rope was not...
What item did they use to dissolve
The water from
Halsey?
the primordial sea...
What? Wait, what item did they use to hide the mechanism? Using behind
Lynette
the
was
crime.
in the magic box on stage the entire time. I remember there was something else within the inner layer of that box.
Used to hide the mechanism behind the crime.
The rope that strung the water tank up was lit by the fireworks and cut. As such, the focus here is on the water and not the tank.
I'll go with the rope for now. Nope. Okay.
Lynette was in the magic box on stage the entire... I remember there was something else with...
Alright.
It's Ace Detective Paimon's time to shine again!
Again! It's Ace Attorney. Yeah.
In the original plan, Cowl would tamper with the water tank rope, and the number selector securing his target.
Hmm.
When the magic box containing Halsey was lowered, the
Ooh,
metal
more
hook
art.
would retract gradually and pierce the balloon at the top of the box.
Balloon at the top of the box. Wait, wait, what? When the magic box containing Halsey was lowered, the metal hook would retract gradually and pierce the balloon at the top of the box. Okay.
When the balloon attached to the box popped, the water from the primordial sea inside it would pour down and dissolve Halsey.
Okay.
Afterward, Cowl would enter the tunnel and break the flower vase to conceal the water inside the tunnel, with the remaining evidence being covered up by the water tank on stage.
Okay.
But he encountered something unexpected in the tunnel, and wound up being fatally hit by the same water tank he meant to use to cover his tracks.
Huh. That does make sense.
That actually links together a lot of the more confusing pieces of evidence.
Oh dear, what do I do? Even I think they sound convincing now.
Dang.
Have I falsely accused an innocent person?
Dude.
What a humiliation.
Well, I mean, you kind of were. Well, like, no, okay, it made sense. She had a reason to accuse him, but at the same time, it was also like, dude, chill.
Now, it seems like the only point of contention remaining is the exact circumstances that led to Cal's death. His notes mentioned he had an accomplice who could be related to the situation.
On that note, the guards have just contacted me indicating that they uncovered new evidence.
Okay.
I shall now invite him on stage to share it with us.
And what is this evidence?
Thank you, Your Honor. We were just
Come on.
inspecting the luggage of the other people involved in this case. And we found an identical sample of the water from the primordial sea among Lyney's personal effects.
Oh no, that's bad. This is bad.
What?
No. It was planted there.
That can't be. Oh, I see. Well, how wonderfully comedic to have your own counterattack only to come back and wound you.
Dang.
Does this not clear all doubt? My dear citizens, my loyal audience, allow me to present my reasoning and bring this performance to a swift close.
Oh, we're doing this again.
Lyney did not need to take part in the dissolution of the young woman at all. Indeed, he did leave the scene via the vent. Having made modifications to the props beforehand, his accomplice Cowl then caused Halsey to vanish using the water from the primordial sea. But upon his return,
this
in
art.
cruel avarice, Lyney desired sole credit and prepared to do away with his partner in crime. Ultimately, he knocked Cowl out, and the tool meant to cover the crime up also became a murder weapon.
Oh, it was like killed him with the vase. Well, knocked him out with the vase.
Now, as much as I regret having come to such a viciously straightforward conclusion, it does seem that the famed Fatui is quite the cold-blooded and ruthless organization. Am I right, Mr. Lyney?
We've used up all the evidence we collected. There's no way for us to make a rebuttal here.
That's bad.
Is this the end of the road?
Oh no! Paimon can't think of anything either. It doesn't look like there's any way around this.
It's okay. Navia's gonna come in last second with her smoking gun.
Seems using the water as new evidence was too good a move. Why did this have to happen now?
And man, I was gonna say, like, then why was Lyney confused at the fact that he had a water vial? But then they could just say that he's acting. Do they have lie detector tests in Fontaine?
I think we've all seen enough now, and we have ample witnesses to my flawless reasoning. I believe this is indeed the finale!
Hey yo, it's a line from the trailer.
Now then, my good, noble Chief Justice, should we not, in your view, move...
Oh?
Excuse me, everyone.
Heck yeah!
I must interject.
Heck yeah!
Miss, I must ask you not to shout and to respect the ongoing legal proceedings.
Everyone else has been shouting this entire time.
Oh, come on. Don't be hasty. I have a good reason for interrupting, you know. Now, would anyone here like to take a little break from all this debate and see a little magic? I'll show you an amazing trick. One that can bring a young woman who has disappeared back in the flesh, right before your very eyes. Please, do the honors, Mr. Lyney, if you would be so kind.
Uh-huh.
What in the world is she saying?
No offense, miss, but miracles like that are beyond my scope as a magician.
Dang. She's like, sorry, man, I'm a magician, not a god here.
Come on now, don't be silly. Magic is all about misdirection, isn't it? It often conceals the truth while presenting a fascinating illusion. But once everyone believes the illusion, can't magic reveal the truth to them once again?
Yeah.
And wouldn't such a trick be the most marvelous finale to today's performance? Come on, Lyney and Lynette. Give it another go. Don't worry. Spina di Rasula has made the necessary arrangements on your behalf.
Okay.
But, as the magic makers and stars of the show, I think I should leave the final performance to you.
Okay, so she's basically, what I'm assuming she's doing is, like, showing what actually happened.
I understand.
And voila!
She's there! She's there!
Sorry for the interruption.
Wait, isn't that Halsey? So the whole thing about people dissolving wasn't true after all?
To be clear, I'm only here because this person told me that if I testified, the merit of doing so would lessen my sentence.
Oh? Lessen your sentence? What does that mean?
I was hiding outside this room listening to the proceedings because I was afraid that I would be the one put on trial.
Why would you be the one put on trial? What did you do?
I was just feeling happy that no one had noticed me, and then before I knew it, she caught me.
Oh. Okay. Magnavox says, well, friend, see you after a while in the next stream, or when the chat speaks more. Alright then, see ya!
That'll teach you to underestimate us three.
Where should I begin? I'm
Oh.
sorry. I'm the one who killed Cowl.
I knew it!
Admit it.
If I'm right, I was right the whole time, from the beginning. I knew it. I may be wrong, though. They may bring up, like, yet another plot twist. But currently, I knew it. I knew it.
But, what? Why?
Firstly, my name isn't Halsey. It's Lillian, and I'm originally from Mondstadt.
Okay.
I heard that Lyney's show was gonna be a real thriller, but I missed the chance to buy a ticket, so I stole one.
Oh my god, she is! She's the thief!
That's how I make a living. I steal stuff here and there. And I'd never been caught before.
She's the thief! I knew it! I knew it! I freaking knew it! I don't know if that was very hard to figure out. But, like, from the very beginning, I was like, I don't know, man. I think the person who disappeared, aka one of the victims, is the culprit. Yo! Oh, Cowell could have very well been the culprit as well. He could have very well been the culprit. But I guessed it. I guessed it. I forgot what was my reasoning as to why she would do this. Wait, no, I think my reasoning was something dumb, like, oh, she got so mad that Lyney caught her that this was like a massive fuck you. Oh my goodness. Okay, okay.
But I was noticed at the harbor a few days ago, and I barely got away. Lyney was the one who caught me in the act.
Yep, I remember that.
Hey, no wonder you look familiar. So you were the thief! Lyney even mentioned that you were pretty skilled.
Well, and I thought that would have been the end of it, but then the number selector chose me.
Dang.
He even mentioned the Fortress of Meripede. That's a prison, isn't it? So you can imagine how shocked I was. I thought he was onto me for sure.
Wait, was I right on that too? Was I right with her reasoning as well?
So I played along with the show while looking for an opening to flee, but then I got water poured on me for no reason, and then someone jumped into the tunnel to nab me.
Okay, so they're both. Okay, so Cowell is also. So they're both the perpetrators. Okay.
I wasn't going to take that lying down, so I knocked him out and stuffed him into the box. There was nowhere to run from there, though, so I had to change my clothes and hide in a box containing performance costumes. I slipped out after the first guard arrived at the scene and continued hiding inside the opera house.
Can a person even hide in there?
If they're a practice hand at concealment, probably.
But I swear I didn't know that the water tank would fall down. Really, I swear it. Had I known that, I wouldn't have put him in the magic box. I may be a thief, but I'm no killer.
Well, that makes everything pretty clear now, doesn't it?
Yeah. Now it's time to refute the Hydro Archon's previous reasoning.
This time, we need to tell the entire story from Lillian's perspective.
Okay. Tied at the end of the rope. How about let's go with this one? Where... yeah, a fight broke out, but it was with her. Dang it.
The flower vase was not broken to cover anything up, but was smashed during the struggle between Lillian and Cowell.
Okay. Her dissolving, she actually just ran away. Oh, okay. Thumb. Let me go with that.
The strange sound wasn't from a fight. It was Lillian's attempt to break out when she was frightened.
Okay, okay. This art is still so cool. let's see. As the water from the... Suddenly, Lillian thought she was about to be arrested. Okay, okay. I see. So the water poured on her, and then she, like, ran out of the box, I'm assuming. And then...
Lillian was afraid that she would be recognized if she left, so she changed clothes and hid, biding her time. Just what one might expect of an experienced thief.
It doesn't really have much to do with
Detective Paimon time!
her knocking him out, but okay.
Having been selected out of the blue, Lillian panicked. Her panic only intensified after she entered the tunnel and had water poured on her head. So she kicked the door open, producing the thud we all heard. Hearing the commotion, Cowell leapt into the tunnel, only to discover that Lillian had not dissolved. He did not know that Lillian was not from Fontaine, but was a thief who made her way in by stealing a ticket.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I was wondering that. I was wondering, like, how did she not dissolve? Okay, because it only works for Fontainians.
Mistakenly believing that the water from the primordial sea needed time to take effect, he tried to force Lillian back into the box. The two broke the flower vase during the struggle, but Lillian came out on top, knocking Cowell out and putting him in the box.
Nice Boy Beast says, yo, welcome. I don't know if you were here before, but hey.
With no way of escaping, she changed her clothes and hid in the costume trunk until the performance ended.
So cool, man. Oh my god, I'm in love with this.
She knew that she would have to go through guard inspection if she tried to leave afterward. So, she has been trapped in the Opera House these last 2 days.
Some dedication. That's some dedication right there.
She had already become desperately hungry by the time we were chatting over macarons. So, she swiped 2 of them right under our noses. Talk about a sneaky thief.
Dang.
At this point, all the events that happened in the tunnel have now come to light.
Ah, so that's the whole story.
Bravo! Bravo!
Yo!
Now then, Lady Farina, do you wish to speak against the defense's statements?
Yeah, what do you got for us?
Please answer the question, Lady Farina. Also, if I may add, the trial has not yet ended. As such, I request that the prosecution not leave the room before the proceedings have concluded.
Wow. He is, like, so done with her. Like, you can tell that he's had to deal with her bullcrap for however long they have been working together. And he's just, like, done.
What? Are you reading my mind now? No. I have no further arguments. I admit defeat. But really, could you at least have left me with some dignity?
No.
Wow. Look at that. She's like a deflated balloon now.
If there are no objections, then as the Chief Justice of Fontaine, I shall once again repeat the full sequence of events.
All right.
The actual perpetrator of the serial disappearances, Cowell, selected his next victim from the audience reservation list.
Yeah, that's so cool. Like, both of them were the... I don't know if perpetrator is the right term, but both of them were the cause for all of this. That is so cool. Like, here I was being like, oh, it's Halsey. It's definitely Halsey. And then I'm like, wait, no, Cowell. That's really cool, too. And so for it to be both of them. That is so cool. That is so freaking cool.
With some modifications to the selector, he could ensure that the pre-selected young woman would be chosen. To cover up any evidence while committing the deed, Cowell thought of allowing the water tank to fall, which would conceal the water left behind after the young woman was dissolved.
Okay.
He also tampered with the rope suspending the water tank, using the fireworks at the end of the performance to cause the tank to drop and hide the watermarks. He poured the water from the primordial sea into a balloon during the preparation of the magic box and stuck it to the box's lid. Finally, he passed the prepared hook on a rope through the gap in the magic box's door when bringing the young woman to said box. When the magic trick officially began, the box containing the woman was lowered into the tunnel, tightening the hook rope and bursting the balloon containing the water.
Box containing was lowered into the tunnel. Oh, okay.
If all had gone to plan, the young woman would be dissolved at this time. However, Lillian was not from Fontaine, and thus fled the box with a loud noise. Realizing that there was trouble, Cowell entered the tunnel and met Lillian. Thinking that the waters had not yet taken effect, he decided to proceed. However, his opponent was more capable than he thought, and he was overcome, knocked unconscious, and placed into the magic box, and thus became his own final victim.
Dang.
Lillian, according to her own statements, then changed clothes and hid until the performance ended, before hiding in other parts of the opera house. As for Lyney, he was in the underground structures within the opera house, and was thus ignorant of these happenings.
Yeah. Although they probably have to do, like... I mean, I don't know if they will, but they'll probably have to do, like, another trial or something, to figure out what's Lyney doing there? Why is he crawling around in the basement? I mean, he already told us he's investigating the Oratrice, but I mean, like, I think that in and of itself would probably make him go, "What you doing? What you doing?"
From this reconstruction of events, we can conclude that Lyney, the accused, is in fact innocent.
Hey, yo! That's so cool.
While there is much in Lyney and Lillian's conduct that should still be investigated separately...
Yeah, I was just about to say. Well, not just about to, I did say.
This case, at least, can be handed over to the Oratrice to make the final decision.
Yo. Oh, that's so cool. Whoa. Okay.
As such, Lyney and Lynette are officially declared not guilty.
Let's go! Hey, yo!
Great work, partners.
Thank you all. Thank you so much.
Let's not celebrate just yet.
Next, I think we deserve an explanation, Guard Vaughn.
Oh, as to why the water was also in Lyney's belongings?
How did you find the water from the primordial sea in Lyney's baggage?
Yeah.
Right! Your discovery caused me to make a serious mistake, you know. Or was that not a discovery, but false evidence that you dared to bring before this court?
Oh.
I suspect that the accomplice mentioned in Cowell's notes was not Lyney, but you, yes?
This really is just Bungo Stray Dogs. Oh my god. This really is. Because in that episode, there is a police officer who is helping out in the case. And it's revealed that he wasn't the perpetrator's accomplice, but he was, like, he didn't know about the whole situation. This really is just Bungo Stray Dogs. Oh my goodness.
I'm sure you know what you must do to lessen your sentence.
Speak quickly! Unless you want to earn yourself a one-way ticket to Coupon Town.
What's Coupon? What?
I was just following orders. We were supposed to place blame for the serial disappearances onto Lyney, and thus cause suspicion to fall on the Fatui. The higher-ups said this was the best opportunity to do so.
Dang.
And now that your plan has fallen through, and the secrets of the water have been revealed, you have become a liability to said higher-ups, yes?
Yeah.
Therefore, you would be wise to tell everything you know, and seek the protection of the guards.
Yes, I'll tell you everything I know. Our boss discovered that the water can cause people to dissolve. It can also be made into a potion, which when extremely diluted, can cause people to experience unforgettable exhilaration.
Oh, those are the drugs! Those are the drugs!
We've been in this business for a while now, and have made decent mora off it. The disappearances were also the boss's idea. I mean, this is the boss we're talking about.
Wait, okay, but you're a police officer. Why would you need more money? Unless being a police in Fontaine gives you nothing. Oh, dang. Okay. He turned into water. Was this because he was talking too much? Is there, like, a thing in him that the boss could, like, press a button if he says too much?
And now he can no longer talk.
Yeah.
Such ruthlessness. I shouldn't have expected any less of them.
An outrageous act. All present, please submit to inspection immediately.
However, nothing is found on the scene apart from the liquid left after Vaughn dissolved. Oh my god, this was so cool.
We're just going back now?
Just going back to the trial? Problem seems to have been solved for now. We're not needed here anymore. I mean, yeah, the trial we were doing now is over.
That's true, but...
Traveler, Paimon! Please wait.
Oh, that hurts. Oh, we still don't trust them. Oh.
Lyney...
I know you may not want to speak to me right now. Maybe you don't even want to look at me. But still, let me thank you again for defending me to the end, even after you learned that I'm a member of the Fatui.
I just didn't want to see anyone be falsely accused. I just wanted to be sure that we're square.
I guess. But regardless, I'd like the opportunity to set things straight. I didn't approach you with any ulterior motives or ill intent. I've spoken to you as myself, just plain Lyney this entire time. As for why I'm a Fatus, it's because the goals of the House of the Hearth align with those of an orphan like me. That's all. That was how Father, who you might know as the Knave, approached recruiting us back then too.
Oh! No, the Knave approached recruiting us back then too. Who is the Knave? He's one of the Fatui, I know that. Let me look that up very quickly and see who it is. Because they showed all of the Fatui, but they all go by like different titles. Oh! It is Arlecchino. Okay. I was a little confused because they said father, and Arlecchino's is a girl, which is probably part of the plan. Okay. Also, it says Otets here. Is that her real name?
A knave? The one who controls the House of the Hearth? She's your father?
That's right. And since we're here, I was wondering, would you mind hearing a story? It's about my past.
Zintian? However you, I'm sorry if I pronounced it wrong, says, I'm crying so hard. Oh, this is sad. This is already sad.
Back when our parents first died, Lynette and I were left wandering the streets. To survive, I took to surreptitiously observing an older street performer who did magic. It took me several days to figure out how he pulled off his amazing tricks. I took my sister through several streets until we found a crowded corner, and we began to perform magic tricks there.
Aww.
to my surprise, we proved to be pretty popular, and we could at least stop worrying about where our next meal would come from for a time. But I didn't want my sister to remain a street rat together with me forever. Before long, an aristocrat came to me and claimed that he wished to take us in after watching my performances.
Okay.
So you went from orphans to nobility just like that?
That was how we felt at first, too. As if fate was on our side and we could say goodbye to those painful days. But I gradually discovered that while we were called foster children, he was really after my talent for magic tricks.
Okay.
He would constantly take me to all sorts of banquets to garner attention, which he would then use to expand his social circles.
So he just used them. Okay.
That doesn't seem too bad either. Better than roaming the streets at any rate.
Well, yeah, it's not as bad compared to that. It just sucks.
It took a while for me to realize just how dark his heart really was. After one particular performance at a banquet, I discovered that Lynette was not on the same return vehicle as me.
Okay.
I waited a long time after we returned home, but she did not come back. I went to that noble's bedroom and asked him about her whereabouts. The answer he gave me was, she caught the eye of the most eminent person at the banquet, so I sent her over as a gift. I mean, you'll be able to perform your magic regardless of who your assistant is, yes?
Oh. I'm just processing this. Okay, if it is what I think it is, which if it is, I'd be shocked.
Oh no. So he was gonna... But wouldn't Fontaine's laws deal with such people?
As far as outsiders are concerned, this is a relationship akin to adoption or foster care.
Oh
they
my
have their
god.
ways of escaping the eye of the law.
Oh my god, it's trafficking. Oh my god. It's like trafficking. Oh my god. I'm sorry, I'm just like... Unless they say it's something else, I'm actually shocked they put this in here. So what happened after that?
I managed to ferret out the location of the mansion of that so-called eminent person and hurried through the night. But by the time I leaped over the walls, avoided the guards, and made my way in, all I saw was the moonlit ground covered in blood.
Okay.
And the knave standing there in the darkness.
Okay.
So, she'd already taken care of that guy.
Yeah.
That's right. She had rescued my sister before she could come to any harm, and had even discovered several girls hidden in a basement.
Oh my god!
All of them orphans.
Okay.
Father, I mean, the knave, might have seen something in me, and so she made me an offer.
Oh.
The House of the Hearth welcomes you, for your interests align with ours. Here, none will ever betray you. Indeed, betrayal shall never be permitted here.
But... how could you, like, trust someone who says that after that?
I was hesitant to trust her.
Yeah.
I mean, I had just been betrayed by nobles. But she was also quick to destroy the noble who had taken us in at first, giving us back our freedom.
Oh, so that's how the two of you joined the House of the Hearth.
The knave is after the Gnosis, isn't she?
She has her own plans.
I figured.
She has gained permission from the Tsaritsa to first use the Gnosis's power once she obtains it. She plans to use it to find a way to break the prophecy and save Fontaine.
Okay.
So, she believes in that prophecy too?
That's right. The whole House of the Hearth is currently working to combat that crisis. Today's case has also proven that people from Fontaine can indeed dissolve into some sort of water, thus further supporting the prophecy. All of us house members here, Lady Arlecchino herself included, are from Fontaine. We won't give up on defending our homeland.
Okay, so Arlecchino is a Fontainian as well. Okay. 'Cause I was wondering whether or not Lyney and Lynette were Fontainians, but they seem like they are.
To us orphans, the only connection we have left to this world, apart from our family, is our homeland.
So, from small deeds like distributing magic pockets to huge schemes like stealing a Gnosis, everything is aimed at dealing with that prophecy.
Oof, I'm sorry, but I still can't completely trust you.
It's all right. I understand. The only thing I can do is relate all this to you. I just hope you can understand that even as a member of the House, I have never stopped making my own decisions, and that I believe what I'm doing is right. If you should need anything at all in the future, feel free to find me. I will do my best to help you, as plain Lyney.
I understand. Goodbye.
Bye, Lyney!
That was heavy. Oh my god, that was heavy. My little avatar is not doing a good representation as how I am feeling right now. That took a turn, man. Oh my god. That took a turn. Like, I am actually, like, shocked they went there, because like, Genshin isn't afraid to get dark. It's not.
This is no time for distractions.
No. Shut up, Lyney. No.
You have a great...
Okay. Genshin Impact is not... It's not immune to getting dark. It's no stranger to getting dark. The entirety of the Sumeru Archon quest is fairly heavy, and the entirety of the Inazuma quest is just depressing the entire way through. But it's like, it's depressing in the sense of like government corruption, and it's mostly government corruption in that sense. And the darkest the game really ever got was in Cyno's story quest, where, well, Cyno and Alhaitham's story quest, where they mention the topic of suicide. But it's not something that happens to the characters themselves. It's not something that happens to Cyno or Alhaitham. It happens to NPCs, you know? So even though it's dark, it's not like... It's not as heavy as it could have been, because it doesn't really affect the actual characters themselves. But this... this... Oh my god. I literally got, like, low-key emotional with that. I literally got kind of emotional with that. Oh my god, and with the Traveler still being unable to trust you. Because for those not fully in, like, know with Genshin or, like, Genshin lore, the Traveler is not just a player character. They're not like Link from Zelda. Like, they are the protagonist and they are the character that you are playing, but they are their own character in a sense, and they will do things that you don't want to do. And most importantly, they do have their own thoughts and feelings towards things that you can't really control. So there's like times in story quests, or just quests in general. There are times in story quests where you do things and you have absolutely no control whether or not you can do them. Like, the Traveler's just like, I'm going to do X, Y, and Z, or I think X, Y, and Z. So it's like, So it's like kind of heartbreaking seeing what's meant to be you, and well, it isn't you, but like seeing the person that you play as still be like, I'm sorry, I can't trust you, I just can't, and then leave. It's like, oh, damn. Oh damn. It was heartbreaking. That was so sad. Oh my god. That's like, did I call it trafficking? That's like akin to trafficking. I'm loving it though. I'm not saying this is anything bad. I am honestly really loving this. Oh man. Okay, so let me just move my mic a little bit. So we are leaving the opera house. So okay, just before anything, it is 9. So I think if there is another thinking that like I should probably end the stream now, because it's getting pretty late and I don't want to play as late as I did last time. So we're just gonna leave and see if there's one more cutscene, and if not, I'll say the see you later. Okay, it seems like there is another cutscene. Navia.
Hey there. What was with the disappearing act you pulled right as the trial ended?
Were you looking for us, Navia?
Well, this whole thing isn't exactly over, is it? I do feel that we're getting closer to solving the serial disappearances case, though. Don't you think so, too?
Well, I'm sorry, Navia.
Huh? What's wrong, my dear partner?
I was really only trying to defend Lyney. I wasn't necessarily looking into serial disappearance cases. See, this is exactly what I mean. Like, I think, like, normally the protagonist would be like, yeah, I'm gonna investigate these disappearing cases, but the Traveler is here like, no, I'm not interested.
Besides, are you sure we're the ones who can crack a case that's been cold for decades now? And given that there's new evidence from the trial, there should be a trail of breadcrumbs for the Hydro Archon's people to follow now, right?
Ah.
Oof.
I see. Well, I won't lie. I'm a little shocked to hear that from you. But I suppose you are just travelers who have only arrived in Fontaine after all.
Yeah, dude, I like stepped into this country, I kid you not, like 2 days ago.
Sorry. I might have been too presumptuous.
Don't say that, Navia.
Ah, and we were having so much fun investigating with you, too. It was like having new waters flowing into a stagnant mire, causing new hope to spring forth, and the reflection in the murk to become clearer.
Okay, dude, chill. It's alright.
Sorry about that. I'm a bit prone to nostalgia. Don't mind me.
Me too, man, me too. KB the Red said, yawn, I am back. Welcome back. To kind of recap what you just missed, we learned a little bit about Lyney and Lynette's backstory. That was, that went darker than I thought it would go. I was really shocked, honestly.
Wait, should we have a farewell meal? You know, to commemorate our time as partners?
Yeah, our time as partners for, like, less than a day, sure.
Huh? Do we really need to get that formal? Well, guess you really did treat us as partners, huh?
Hey, free food, you know, free food.
Well, I just like to have a proper ending to every important memory. That way there are no regrets later. Anyway, it would just be a meal, so it shouldn't take up too much of your time.
If you say so.
You don't have to twist Paimon's arm. If Boss Navia's treating, count Paimon in!
Oh, wonderful. In that case, why don't we return to the court of Fontaine and head to the Hotel de Boer? I believe we'll make it just in time for dinner.
Sweet.
All right then, let's have our farewell meal.
Act 1 complete. Oh, I'm done with Act 1. Offer Hydro sigils you obtain. Oh, okay. I guess I can offer it to the fountain instead of the statue. Oh, sweet. Wow. Look at that. Not only did I finish not only are we done with the trial, we're done with Act 1, which I kind of expected. I kind of expected Act 1 to end at the trial. Alright. I'm going to hope that this isn't another cutscene and we can just leave. I actually wasn't sure if we were even going to finish Act 1 today, but we are. Sweet. Because I wasn't expecting, I didn't know how long we had until after the trial for Act 1 to be finished, but we're done. Sweet. So cool. With no crashes. Thankfully, no crashes. Okay, that is it. Well then, let me just, yep. Act 1 complete. Do I get anything? Nope. Okay. Let me just put this up for now. Oh, another achievement. Sweet. Okay. Well then. Oops. Well then, kids. That's, that was Act 1 of Fontaine. That was seriously probably one of my favorite. Like, I'm on the high right now, okay? I'm on, like, that great first impression. But that was honestly, like, one of the best, like, quest things that I have ever played in Genshin. That was so fun. So much fun. And there was, like, barely any fighting either, but I was still, like, really engrossed with the story. And the writing is... They have improved so much.
I wonder what my dear sister Lynette is doing right now.
They have improved so much compared to... Shut up, Lyney. They have improved so much since Sumeru. Because Sumeru, before Fontaine, Sumeru, in my opinion, was like the best written Archon quest of the entire game. But my big issue with Sumeru is that even though the writing was a lot stronger than the previous regions, it was a bit meandering, if that makes any sense. It's like the scenes lasted a little too long than I think that they needed to. But I don't, at least currently, I mean,
no time for distraction.
I mean, currently this is just we just completed Act 1, so who knows, maybe it will get meandering later on. But so far, it doesn't feel like that. So far, everything is very, like, beat by beat, and it's so good. And hearing, like, their backstories was utterly depressing, and getting a good sense of the Hydro Archon's character. I truly believe that she isn't actually, like, this arrogant prick she presents herself as. I think that, like, she just kind of goes along with what she thinks the people want, without really knowing what they want or what they need. It's the kind of character that it seems like it's what she's doing. There's also much more of like a murder mystery kind of vibe going on here, which is so fun. I am loving Fontaine right now. Oh man, and couple that with the, like, Victorian aesthetic, I'm in love with it. I'm just absolutely 100% in love with it. I'm gonna have so much fun with the rest of this quest. I really, really, really hope for the rest of the acts it maintains this level of quality. Kind of with Sumeru, because that was my biggest fear with Sumeru, because Inazuma's quest, although I love Inazuma, its quest was very...
Sure,
really,
I'll play you another tune.
No. It was really rough. It was very rough writing-wise. And so that's why, like, there was a massive improvement with Sumeru, and I feel like Fontaine has it. Although I can't tell whether or not it's just because we're in Act 1, if it's just me being super excited, or because, like, they shifted the story into a bit more of like a trial mystery kind of thing. I'm not sure, but, like, either way, I'm having a blast. As for when is the next time I will stream, I will not stream tomorrow, hopefully. Keyword hopefully. I should be able to stream on Thursday. Maybe we could do some Golden Slumber with that, I don't know. However, next week is the thing that I am not sure about. Mostly because of the device that I am using, my laptop that I am using to stream the game. Long story short, I'm going back to college, and I'm actually unsure whether or not, I'm actually not sure whether or not I will keep this currently. Hopefully I will, but there is no guarantee. Basically what I'm saying is that there is a chance that I won't be able to stream the rest of the story, which sucks, because I really, really want to, and I'm having such a fun time doing it, and I hope you guys are liking it too. But life gets in the way sometimes, and yeah. But, if this is the last time I'll be doing the Fontaine quest, which it's not, fingers crossed, but it's not the last time.
I wonder what my dear sister Lynette is doing right now. Missing me to death.
I just want to say, like, yeah, this is Act 1 of Fontaine, having the time of my life with it, and hopefully you guys really liked this, this story too, and, hopefully you guys can, like, fully understand what I meant when I said, like, when I started streaming Genshin again, when I said that, like, I really do play it. It feels like an anime. It feels like a playable anime. I treat it as like a glorified TV show, and I hope here you guys can kind of understand what I was talking about.
So long as the audience thinks that seeing is
the majority of the
believing,
stream
there's
really
no
was.
limit to the number of
The majority of the stream really was just me watching the story unfold. But yeah, no, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for tuning in, and watching / listening me ramble and react to the story. And yeah, can't wait to do this again whenever that'll happen. Again, hopefully I should be able to stream on Thursday. Not completely sure, but we'll see. And after that, yeah, no, that's it. Mind you, I don't only do Genshin streams. I know it looks like I just do Genshin streams, but I don't. The majority of my streams actually were drawing streams. So, you know, drawing streams as well. But for the Genshin ones, I'm unsure if I'll continue them after Thursday. Like I said, fingers crossed, hopefully, having a great time doing them.
Come on, traveler, let's go.
But yeah, I'm just trying to, like, say all of this to, like, make sure it doesn't seem like I just disappeared out of nowhere, because it kind of happens sometimes with my streams. But yeah, no, that's it. Like I said, thank you guys so much for sticking by. I had time of my life with this one, and hopefully you guys had a lot of fun too. And yeah, we're just gonna go back to the Infinite Void for a second. Bring back my little thing, and yeah, that's pretty much all I got. Yeah. Till next time, I guess. Bye.